Square Hammer.
What is up, Square Hammers? How is everybody? We're going to be talking about Nova. Nova today. What's up, Zach?
How's it going, Blue?
Let me turn that off. Hold on. Good. I think we got the stream set up going correctly, and the audio is working. Please let me know, guys, because those are usually hurdles that I have to deal with. So if we're starting off strong, that'd be great. We're going to be reviewing the ARD BOYZ and the GT list for Nova. We're going to start with ARD BOYZ. So there's usually a delay for YouTube, so I'm going to make sure that y'all can hear me before we continue. What's up, old world lovers? Just waiting to see. Yeah, they can hear us. Awesome. So thanks for joining. I am thankful and very grateful again to be running the Nova Opens Fantasy/Old World event. I waited a little too long this year to get sponsorship, but basically, GameMat.eu makes great battle mats, and they gave me a discount code for a lot of the battle mats I had to purchase. So did FLG Game Mats. They're also great. They also gave me a discount code for some of the battle mats I had to purchase. I got some new terrain from Etsy. I didn't get Shogun miniature bases this year because I waited a little too long. I didn't message him for a little bit, and they are swamped with making bases for the old world. So he said he would have loved to support us because he's done basically all the events that I've been running. But this year he wasn't able to just because I waited and because he is swamped. So good for him. Really nice guy. Noble Knight Games was not able to do it this year either, but they did help us out at the Richmond Open, which was sweet. So just trying to throw shout outs to people who have helped us in the past. What's up, Dopey, Jink Azale, and Andreas? Oh, and Joseph. What's up? So first we're gonna start.
My bases are still on order from Shogun.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Gosh, did you get the movement trays or the bases?
I have a ton of movement trays, but I did order a couple more, like the flanged movement trays, and then bases.
Okay.
Bases. I usually just put like 1 or 2 orders a year. I have his email on speed dial.
Nice. Okay, so this year for Nova, we started out with just the GT, and I think we were limited to 32 people at first. It might have been 24, but I think might have been 32. But after months and months of not begging, but just a little pushing, like, hey, we need more spots, because our waiting list was, 3 times as long as the actual number of people we had at one point, at least double. We were given the space because it sucks when a couple other games couldn't get the people they needed, but it's good for us. So I'm not gonna, sucks for them, but it's good for us. So it's cool. But we now have 64 players for the GT and up to 64 peoples for the RTT on Friday. I think we have 40 for the RTT and 64 for the GT. And just we still have about 35 people on the wait list. And Owen, one of the big guys at Nova, said we might even we are going to get another whole row of tables for the old world. I don't know how many extra spots that is, but there's 35 people on the wait list, so do expect, if you're on the wait list, to get an email notifying you that there are tickets available, so please be aware of that.
Nice.
All right, so let's start with, we're expecting Peter and Jonesy to join us at some point. They're hopping whenever. Let's see. And, oh, you know what? I should go towards the middle when I take a break and y'all keep talking. I'm going to go get one of the swords so y'all can haha.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
the a lot of people, including myself, we signed up for the RTT just because there wasn't space available at the GT. I didn't know they were going to ever open up more tables. So I was like, well, I'm going to be there, so I should probably at least play in one of the events.
Yep.
Some people are playing in both events once they open up spots. So that should be a fun weekend. It's going to be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday type of deal. I think we're deciding Saturday might be a good day for costumes. If you're bringing a costume,
yes,
I will have my my suit of stuff ready.
There will be a contest. So at the Richmond Open, I got 2 gift cards from Noble Knight Games, and I won one of them during the Richmond Open. So I'm like, that's weird. I'm not gonna keep what I got from the company. So the costume contest winner will win $50 to Noble Knight Games, and it'll just be like based on popular vote of what everyone thinks is the coolest. Zach has a pretty cool outfit. I think he has it next to him, at least part of it.
I have the helmet that I made
Yeah, he
over here.
made that helmet. It's leather, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
pretty sweet. So
Yeah, pretty good.
yeah, it's
I
pretty
haven't
awesome.
actually put on the full outfit yet. Next week when I go to the Ren Fair, that'll be the first time wearing the outfit, just to
Okay.
see if I can, move around and do stuff with it. But haven't actually played a game in it yet. So let me see if I can roll some dice in it.
So so we're going through the BCP app to manage the scores and to look at everyone's army list. So there still are a few people who have not that have signed up on the Nova site, and I've sent emails out, but they haven't given me their email so I can sign them up on the BCP and then they could submit their list. So there's 3 people, and I'm gonna shame you right now. So hopefully they're listening. Alexander Crawwell, James Shercliffe, and Jason Hackworth. Uh, that's it. Everyone else I was able to message and delineate and manage and trying to get them to get in. But
Mhm.
those 3 people for ARD BOYZ, I need your list as soon as possible. So
And
if
you were able to get them inside Best Coast pairings?
no, nope. I've
Okay.
emailed through the note, so it's weird. So Nova, you can look at everyone who signed up and you can message everyone as like a group,
Hmm.
but I can't see their emails. So I can send a group message through tabletop events, but I can't see their emails. And I've asked Nova, they said they don't hand out emails for privacy reasons, which is fine. But
Sure.
then I can't reach out to them and be like, hey, give me your stuff. So since these people, if they do play, they will have a leg up if they watch this video because they can see what everyone is running. It's not a huge deal, but it is enough that they should incur some kind of penalty. I
Sure.
assume I don't want to do that. That's why I was trying to reach out to everyone and be like, "Come on, send me your stuff. Let's go."
So for a lot of the people, I think for the GT, I was like, stalking on Facebook, trying to see if I could find people that were like in an old world group. So what I'll do for those 3, see if I can see if I can dig them up a little bit.
Good luck.
Because yeah, maybe they're just lost out in the ether. And they don't
I
even
looked them
know.
up on Facebook, I looked them up on Instagram, and I did that with everyone. So there was about 15 people that I had to go through and message directly and be like,
Yep.
"Hey, lists are due in like 48 hours. Now 24 hours." And there's so many people of the same thing on Facebook. You had to like, which one do you have a lot of mutual friends with? So I was
Uh
like,
huh.
okay, maybe that's the one. And there's 4 for the GT, or I think 3 for the GT. So still waiting on some of those too. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. First up, hire a PI. Yeah, that's worth it. Okay. So,
Before we dive
yes,
in,
please. What you got?
can you add? Let me see if I can ring Peter,
Is Peter on here? Yeah, I think I can add him.
because I've been calling him because I think he's
It keeps saying
finally
Peter's
ready.
unavailable every time I try. He's probably just not logged into Skype.
Okay, keep going.
All right, actually, you know what? Let's zoom in on this so they can see it a little easier. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just do that. And first, we're looking up Alex B. He has a very long last name, if I remember correctly. But I'm gonna move this so y'all can see everything. Y'all can see he's playing Bertonia for the lady. So this is ARD BOYZ. So ARD BOYZ, there's 0 comp. There was a lot of people who were like, "Oh, your comp sucks for Saturday, Sunday." Okay, whatever, cool. You don't like it? You don't have to play. I hope you do, and I hope you enjoy it. But that's why we also had an extra. Owen reached out and was like, "Hey, we have extra space. Do you want to run something on Friday?" And I was like, "Yes." So I put a vote up on Facebook to see if people wanted to do like a doubles event, which would have been fun. But then I think it was like 60-40, wanted an ARD BOYZ event. So that's just pure cutthroat. Bring the nastiest list you can, pure GWs from the rulebook, and that's it. So let's see what we got here. Alex B running with.
So
Yeah, you
so
go.
this
You can
is
start.
basically as long as your army book allows it, it's good to go. Because a lot of the GTs and stuff are running like a rule of 3 or some kind of just general thing there. But as this one is, as long as your army book says it's good, you're good.
Yeah, rule of 3 does not apply here. This is
Right.
just if you got it, bring it. If GW
Mhm.
is cool with running 15 units of something, go ahead. If you have the minis, right? Oh, and if you didn't submit your proxies and counts as to me, you got to do that too. Oh, what's up, Peter?
Hey guys,
Oh, we got
Yeah,
another
I
one.
was able to get him in.
Nice.
can
Okay,
you hear me
so
all right?
yeah, here you're fine. Here you're fine.
Cool.
But how do I make it so y'all's are full screen? There we go. Got it. Couple buttons. Hey, yes. And then we get Jonesy. Hopefully he will be sitting next to me, so I don't want to take up that. All right. Peter, can you see everything well?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay. Do I need y'all? The faces are floating. Oh, it should be fixed since there is a delay on YouTube.
I'll sit a little bit this
Tim,
way.
I wonder too. I'm curious about allies. I haven't checked these lists out either, so hopefully they're okay. All right, so
we're kind of gonna eyeball these as we go through, just to make sure they're kind of legal by the book. Because I've been known to almost submit a legal list, so as long as it passes the sniff
No.
test here.
You? All right, let's see this. Hold on. I think I can make this better. Yes.
So I'm actually looking at the
Good.
list on your YouTube video because it's a little bit more blown up there, so I
Yeah.
can see it there.
Okay. Well, if you want to start this, well, hi Peter. How's everything?
Hey guys.
I feel like we should have Peter go through the Bretonia list.
Yeah, since you're
Okay.
late, you get to be the first one.
I'm trying to read it. It's so damn tiny.
I don't think I can share this exactly with y'all. So.
No, yeah, I have it
Oh,
pulled up on the
hold on.
YouTube video, so it's a little bit bigger.
We're gonna do this.
But what it does look like is a Duke.
If y'all look at your chat,
Boom, boom, boom.
yeah, okay, I'll be able to do this. Hold on.
Where do I go?
The chat in here. There you go. Sent the list. Close chat, and then good. Just so you don't
Give
have to
me
like
one.
squint.
Give me 1 second.
Yep.
Chats.
Should be on the Skype chat.
I'm trying to find where my Skype went. Sorry.
Zach, if you got it up,
there's the Skype chat. Yep.
see it. Okay.
It's at the bottom right. That's why I didn't pull up. But yeah, so from what I know with my brief interactions with Bretonnia, this is the Hippogriff Duke build. So it's got no AP when it being stomped. So that's the kind of dichotomy of the Bretonnia build. Is you either take a Duke on a Hippogriff that's more tanky, or you take a Duke on the Royal Pegasus that's going to be more mobile. So this one went with the Duke on the Hippo that's got the Grommel Great Helm. For a 2-up armor that's re-rolling ones. Knightly Temper, I think, adds D3 attacks. And Sword of Heroes. I'm not sure about that one, Peter. You have to remind me what that one is.
Here, I'm having a couple issues here. I'll be there in 1 sec.
Okay.
You having issues?
I'm having issues. Like, where the hell did my... There we go. Okay, I'm back.
Sword of Heroes.
There we go. Okay,
Sword of Heroes, magical attacks, monster slayer, and a 5-up is always a success. Okay, so
it's really good.
So it's basically yeah. So it's like a dragon slaying sword with a little bit of a bonus there for some bonus wounding. Okay, not
Is there
bad.
any AP on that?
No.
Nope.
No, that's the only issue you run into there. But I mean, you're on a Hippogriff, so that's okay. I've tried both, running Hippogriff and running the Royal Pegasus. I've mostly run Royal Pegasus. I think that's my favorite way to do it. Because especially if you're capped at 7 wounds, that thing, the Hippogriff is 7 wounds.
This is ARD BOYZ, so there's no cap here.
Oh, okay. This
is ARD BOYZ. This is pure GW, whatever it is.
So you're at 7 wounds.
Yeah. Wait, does it only adds +2? Hippogriff?
+3, and you're a Duke, so 4. So
yeah,
7.
you're right. Okay.
Yeah, Brett's got 7.
I mean that guy is hunting monsters.
Yeah.
Like D3 extra attacks, any wound of a 5-up crits and monster slays. So no armor, no regen?
No. So the 6 is the monster slayer piece of it, but the 5-up is just a wound.
Oh, okay. Huh.
But it's a nice character just to hold on to stuff.
Sure.
Because it's going to be a 2-up armor rolling ones. You don't get any AP on stomps against it, so it just basically sits there and waits for the rest of the monstrous cavalry to come.
Yeah, and it's a Duke, so you're gonna have Stubborn from Grill Val. Pretty solid.
Yeah. Okay. What's next? Got a Baron.
Baron on a Royal Pegasus. Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Not a BSB though, right?
Nope.
What was that?
I said not a BSB.
Nope, not a BSB.
Okay.
No, he's got a BSB at the bottom.
Okay. See it.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Oh yeah, and he gets hatred with the Knightly Templar, right? Is that hatred as well?
Yeah, Knightly Temper is D3 attacks and hatred. So that, I mean, it's like
good.
the best for it too, I think.
It's pretty good.
Yep. 70 points, totally worth it.
All right, so what's the
okay.
Baron? What's the Baron doing? He's got Potion of Speed.
Baron,
a
also
Morning
Monster
Star.
Slayer and Killing Blow.
Yeah, so that's another one that's going for trying to get some Monster Slayer hits. Makes sense. Let's see, then they get the Prophetess on the level 4 battle magic. Okay, that's standard thing there.
Lots of magic missiles. Maybe getting something to double move twice.
And
Okay,
that
nice.
thing might sit in the unit of Peg Knights if you want to give them magic attacks.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't do that, because then your Prophetess is like the chance, you could panic off the board, or obviously you can just get shot to pieces. I don't know.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't do
It
that.
gives them MR2.
Which is decent. That's decent.
I mean, I'm doing that for my list, but there's different reasons. But
Okay.
then you get the
and they can retire at any time.
It's true. God, that's so
exactly.
good. God. What's the Paladin doing?
Just a standard BSB with the with Grail Vow for stubborn. So that is probably, so he's got 5 mounted Knights of the Realm, 6/6. Okay, that's a pretty standard core. So
is there no Falconhorn? There's no Falconhorn on this list?
Nope, no Falconhorn. No Falconhorn.
Yeah, he's got it on the Grail Knights.
Yes. Oh man.
Wait, it's on the Grail Knight champion? Is that right?
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Because he's leadership 9.
Oh, that's pretty smart. I wouldn't have thought of that.
And all the Grail Knights can take challenges, so you never have to challenge with him.
Wow.
How do you know?
That's cool.
How do you know if this list is what do you call it? The errantry thing where everyone's got veteran? Will it say it at the top?
Okay. Yeah, I would assume if he copied and pasted it, it would have said like errantry detachment or something like that.
You would need more core for it to be errantry.
Okay.
He's got almost 800.
Yeah, 833, and then there's no Knights Errant in there because
Okay.
you need 2 of those. I tried doing Errant for a while. I thought it was a good idea because you could get veteran on some of the units, which is something, Brett's failing like a leadership 8 restraint check or something always sucks, or just that kind of stuff. But then I realized that the units that you really want veteran on for Errantry Crusade are stuff like Grail Knights, and Grail Knights can't get veteran because you have to swap out your vow for the Crusader's vow or whatever.
Oh yeah, it is Crusader's vow, yeah.
But Grail Knights can't swap out Grail vow because of Grail Knights, so
Bruh.
But still solid. 3 pegs. So he's not doing the whole 10 Pegasus Knights thing. So
my Skype deleted it.
So I like to see
hold on. I don't know. OBS just deleted my Skype. Obviously they can still hear us and everything, but for some reason the picture's gone. Y'all keep talking though. They can see it. They can see the army list and everything.
One unit of Grails, one unit of pegs, kind of tiny, a lot of a decent amount of peasant bowmen, and then a bunch of mounted Knights of the Realm. Okay, this seems like a pretty straightforward Bretonnia list. Where taking advantage of a lot of Monster Slayer, because I'm assuming this is ARD BOYZ, so they're thinking a lot of monsters, a lot of Monster Slayer. Yeah, good way to go.
Half the army and characters.
Banner of Chalons is no stand and shoot.
No stand and shoot.
No stand and shoot. Okay, it's funny. I know that one.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's like the only Bretonnian banner that I know is that one.
He gave a bunch of stuff to his champions and stuff in the Knights of the Realm. So he's got Antlers of the Great Hunt, which I think is the
move through cover.
No, that's move through cover. That's not the +1 strength for the
getting there, boys.
for the mounts or whatever.
Sword of the Stout-Hearted is a arcane journal thingy, so I have to kind of dig over there. Biting Blade on the other one's 82.
Yeah. So he's giving magical attacks to all his stuff so they can go after ethereal.
What just happened to this? All right. What's next? What's next? It's a good list. It's a strong list. Do y'all think it abuses what does it abuse anything? Is what I kind of want to ask.
No, like not an abusive as in like, man, this is gonna really suck to play against. It's more just a nice balanced list for ethereal killing, a lot of monster slayer. That's what they were going for, in my opinion. They're
Okay.
they're thinking there's gonna be triple dragons, stuff like that they're gonna try to run into. Yeah, no, I think it's a fine list.
Cool. Okay, let's check out what's next. That was one. All right. GT, don't want that one. ARD BOYZ. Andy Ames. See what he's got.
And if you don't mind sending it in the chat, does help.
Yeah, I'll do that again. The
Close
Dwarfs.
that painting video I was watching.
The Dwarfs. I can't do anything in Skype now. So Skype has literally like frozen on me. What is going on? I might have got it to work. This is ridiculous. I have never done.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got it to work.
Now I gotta move this thing over again. Problems, guys. This is. Hey, I don't get paid for this. So. Good reason I'd get fired.
At the top, you said at the top of the list, we would know if it's the.
I think so.
Arcane Journal.
If you select that, I think that's what should happen. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, because I see in core these have Royal Clan Warriors, and I feel like that's a little.
That seems very Arcane Journal wise, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, it's probably Arcane Journal then. And let me zoom out. All right, go ahead, Zach. You got this one.
Yeah, I will start with the things that I know. Obviously, down in rare, we have 2 units of 5 Iron Drakes with their cannon on their champions. Those are very good. Group of Rangers, also very good. 2 Grudge Throwers with 2 Bolt Throwers. Gunliney War Machine Dwarf things. That's what it's shaping up to be with the Iron Drakes and all the War Machines. 20 Hammerers. Yeah, I will start with the things that I know.
Yeah, mute that, please. Thank you.
Yep.
Zach, what are you doing?
Oh, I was just confused because I heard my. I was like making sure.
I was like, Zach's frozen. Now Skype's frozen. Zach.
20 hammers with the Rune of Confusion. I think the Rune of Confusion is they lose something on the charge if people charge them. Let me actually
look that up.
There's one that gives you Disorder Charge, which is like no ranks, and the other one is no initiative, and then one is like it's Confusion and does anyone know off the top of their heads in the chat?
I'm looking it up right now.
Oh.
The Confusion makes a disordered charge. They had no initiative bonuses on them, so they do have a little bit of a block to maybe put some characters in. I see some hammers. The Dwarf Cart, that is a piece of that journal. I'm gonna have to pull that up, but I think dwarfs are movement 4 in this list. I think that's one of the benefits of having the Royal Clan
and everything. Yeah, see, I don't have the Arcane Journal. It sucks, but I haven't been able to get one yet, so there's not much I can do about it.
Good thing all the rules are on the internet.
So let me take a crack at some of these guys. So we have a Rune Lord that's going to give 2 runes of spell breaking for auto dispels.
Nice.
Passage and Rune of Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Now those Rune Lords, they also I think give AP 2 for whatever unit they're in. We have a Thane.
Yeah.
For the Master Rune of Piercing. Grab that one.
So the cart gives you +1 move aura. Hey, Paintball, do you know the size of that? Is it just 6 inches or is it like 12? And Joseph, Skype rolled that misfire for the stream. That was definitely Skype. They definitely rolled that misfire, and then they rolled a 1 so they exploded. Tim, you're calling Tomb Kings of Khemri Mortuary Cults? You're saying that would be at the top of the... You're saying that's going to win ARD BOYZ? Actually, yeah, I want to hear that. Zach, what army is going to win ARD BOYZ? Who's going to win Best General? Not who, but what army?
I have played against that Mortuary Cult Tomb King's list, and it is very, very tough to play against if you're actually trying to interact with it. So if you don't interact with it, you can kind of just get some draws and be okay. But if you try to interact with it, it's super tough to play against. The plus, like 8 to cast with a level 4 means that people have to dispel stuff with double 6s. Super tough. I think Tomb Kings are really.
It falls apart when they start forgetting their command abilities.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It's like, okay, if you're like 3 phases in, it's like, oh, I meant to regrow my scorpions. It's like, okay, come on.
Now
like,
at ARD BOYZ, so that's the difference between ARD BOYZ and like a regular GT. If it's a regular GT and like you're in the movement phase and you forgot to cast your enchantment spell or your hex spell, like I would let you do that. But if it's ARD BOYZ and I'm playing, this is like, hey, you messed up. It's okay, just move on. It's like you're playing chess, like you're playing Masters or something. Your hands off the piece, or you touch the piece, you got to move it, like that kind of thing. So like, maybe not that hardcore where if you touch a piece, you got to move it, but just in relation to chess, if you forget something, that's on you. They don't have to reciprocate.
Dwarf list.
Yeah, sorry, back to the dwarf
list. But so the king is a tank, runes of shielding, runes of parrying, rune of preservation. I don't see him. Oh, he's on shield bearer, so extra wounds. So king's a tank, Thane,
and he's got a lot of attacks, right? Is Rune of Fury? That's just 2 extra attacks with 2 of them.
Yeah, I always see the king in like the tank builds. Like they're trying to deny a lot of the stuff coming at them, and the dwarves win through combat res of stubborn, shield wall, whatever they got. That this is a beefy dude.
Yeah. I think he has 6 strength, 6 attacks too. With that, it's pretty good.
Yeah. It's kind of cool with they can take what, like 125, 150 points of runes in the royal list.
And he has
all the warriors have drilled. That's for sure.
Okay.
Veteran, stubborn. Yeah, so it's a mix between the gun line with Drakes, Rangers, War Machines, and some beefy blocks going forward. Obviously we have a cart, movement 4 kind of thing. So I can see this doing multiple different things depending on what it plays against. If you try to not engage it, that has some shooting. If you move forward to engage it, they're ready to go.
Yeah, he's gonna knock out monster if he has both Iron Drakes and the bolt throwers shoot at monsters. Like he's easily gonna, maybe not easily, but he should knock out one standard monster a turn. Maybe not a character ridden one, but he could easily knock out like a giant or a Gorgon every turn with 2 Iron Drakes and 2 bolt throwers. I don't know if I exactly like the grudge throwers in the ARD BOYZ game because I don't expect there to be many huge blocks of dudes. And with how the maybe hit has now transferred back to the old 6 and 7 edition, we're on a 4-up. If you're touched by the template, you get hit, not auto. I think grudge throwers kind of lost, all template weapons like that kind of lost a little bit of their damage output. But
as long as that center hole is on the base, though, it avoids that 4-up. So as long as,
those are good anti-monster stuff too.
Yeah,
it's true. Okay.
Drop a rock on someone's head.
Strong dwarf list. Let's see what's next.
Yeah, I think it's not skewed one way or the other. It's able to do both. It's got its fighting and it's got its shooting. So,
but it's a nice blend. It has no copters, which I was kind of surprised.
Yeah. So to go back to that other question real fast, the 2 or 3 lists that I think would be really, really super strong, that kind of mortuary call type of list, a heavy dwarf gyrocopter list, as we were calling it, the Dwarven Nom list, just a bunch of dudes in the air flying around. Then there's I still think Bretonnia. I still think of a well-tuned Bretonnia list is quite scary.
Yep. All right, next we have Anthony. He is running the double Necro, double Mortis engine list. Vampire counts. Gross. Oh, hold on. Let me send it to y'all. 1 second.
And vampire counts would be up there also if I had to go like top 4 instead of top 3. I would throw a vampire count list up there.
Y'all now see the vampire list. Okay. So he has the Master Necro Illusion, interesting, on a Mortis engine. Level 4. Spell familiar, so he's going to have 5 spells. He gave him the Sword of Kings. I think that is the one that is Killing Blow. Is that one?
I think it's Monster Slayer on a 5-up too, maybe.
Is that one?
Pull it up.
Ravening Hordes.
Could just be Killing Blow on a 5-up.
It's been a while.
This is not Ravening Hordes. This is Legacy Armies.
My Ravening Hordes isn't even finding Sword of Kings. That's not right.
Like it's a vampire count list.
Oh yeah, duh. It's a legacy. Sorry, vampire count players. Didn't mean to insult.
Sword of Kings, just Killing Blow, and that is on a 5-up instead of a 6-up.
Okay.
For the Killing Blow, but you are Strength +1 with AP1, so it does do, some solid stuff. But if you're fighting, cavalry, whatever, you got.
Well, he's basically going for doppelganger, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's got a level 4 doppelganger guy running around, and then his other master and he has a 5-up invul. So he's going to have I think they have a 5-up regen on the Mortis.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay. Let's see. His other master necro, same thing. Illusion, Mortis Engine, Dragon Slaying Sword, Spell Familiar, so going for 5 spells. Hand of Dust. I like Hand of Dust. I've been wanting to see someone use that. It's just like, I don't know how good it is, but it's cool.
So shout out to Chuck, who was always trying to run the Hand of Dust, and he could never get it to work. And then it breaks on him.
Oh yeah, you roll a 1, right? So Hand of Dust it's a bound spell from the Necro. Power level 2, roll the d6 each time the Hand of Dust is used. On a 1, it crumbles to dust and can't be used. It takes a 9 to cast. The enemy unit suffers 2d6 strength 5 AP1. And it's assailment, so only in combat. So he's trying to get off Doppelganger and Hand of Dust in the same combat. Can you do 2 assailment spells in combat?
One down spell.
Oh, yeah, good point. Okay, yeah. Good call, Peter. You probably can anyways, though.
The drawback I always find is when you're trying to cast those assailment spells, if the enemy does have a wizard, they get a shot to dispel them. So a lot of eggs in one basket. And then surprisingly, MR2 or 1 makes it harder to cast because your assailment spells are targeting, Pegasus Knights with a wizard in there. And now it's 2 less to cast. That stuff drives me nuts whenever I try to do that.
Why you charge the wizard?
+1 Oracle card. Let's see what this guy says. Just reading the chat real quick. Royal Clan characters can take +25 of magic items. That's pretty good. It's a 6-inch aura on the cart. Move 12 isn't that impressive. What has move 12?
They're probably talking about like a marching column of movement for dwarves.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's pretty impressive for dwarves, man. Don't hate. That is pretty good to see hammerers just go 12 inches. That is kind of cool. No Corlers or Thunderers. Yeah, no Gyrocopters. See you, Josh. Thanks for watching, hanging out. Okay, so I'm looking at. He also has 2 Tomb Banshees. So he's right now, without even scrolling down, he has 4 Screams, which is a lot of Screams. Then he has, if y'all don't know what a Scream is, it's you take a leadership chest at -2, and then however much you fail by, you take a wound with no armor or regen. So he has a White Lord, which is a BSB, and he has the Accursed Armor. I do like a White Lord. They are the cheapest. I think they're the cheapest one. Yeah, it's like 45 points just to buy it. I really like vampires. I think they are very strong right now. I think most people would agree. The Accursed Armor gives you full plate.
Extra toughness, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, +1 toughness, but -1 weapon skill and initiative. So I think he's T5 base. Could be wrong. So it should be. He could have a T6 BSB just running on foot. And remember, the Mortis engines. He will, if he miscast, has to roll twice for these guys. But if everything within the aura of the general, who's the general, the top one, is gonna. So within an 18-inch bubble, there'll be a +1 move, which is huge. And then same thing with the second one. It'll just be like an 8-inch bubble because he's not the general, so he doesn't have the extra. So it's really strong. Those Banshees, everything's going to be moving super quick. He has 13 Crypt Ghouls, 2 units of Dire Wolves, a unit of 21 Graveguard, not full command, just a champion, which he will just keep raising back for challenges, and 2 units of 20 Zombies, which he will likely just be trying to buff up to 40, I guess. I think that's their max now.
They have maxes now?
Yeah, the Zombies, they went to 40 max because it's just atrocious if you don't have some kind of limiting on them.
At least it's not WAP where like you had to you couldn't make the trains anymore. Some of the zombies started growing. It's just like pile of
Yes.
like, whatever you were chucking in to fill out the unit.
See, I love Fellbats. He's got 2 units of 3 Fellbats. They are so fast. They're movement 10. I think they're 2 wounds each. If they're next to the Mortis engines, there'll be movement 12. Like, they are insanely quick. And they have regen. They got a 6-up regen. Then he has a unit of 2 units of 6 Blood Knights. They're both drilled. And they both just have a champion. One has the Supernatural Horror, which I believe gives you terror. What's up? Were you gonna say something?
Can't the Blood Knights all accept challenges just like Rail Knights?
I think they can. I think so.
Yeah.
They're basically just Grail Knights, but undead.
Yep. That's really good. Drilled is so strong, especially with what GW said in their FAQ, where you get to do it before charging, and I think technically you can even do it before counter charge. So it's pretty gross.
I have played this list probably 15 times across people at some RTTs or Chuck.
Or Chuck.
But just just different styles on the Necromancers. Obviously never played the double illusion version.
Me either.
Because usually you will try to get some necromancy spells to debuff their leadership or stuff like that, so that screams are a little bit more effective.
Yeah.
But then that style fails versus people charging you, whereas these illusion wizards could maybe get the miasmic mirage to stop people from charging you, or columns of crystal, stuff like that. So different style on those, but this list is very strong with tying people up with your zombies, your grave guard, and then yelling at them with your screams, quick skirmishing Fellbats, hard hitting Blood Knights. This is a solid list.
I like this list too. Yeah. No terror guys though.
VC is so good right now.
What'd you say,
Definitely
Peter?
top tier. Yeah, VC I think probably top 3 armies.
Oh yeah, I would agree. Okay, good list. Who's this? Anthony? Good list, Anthony. All right.
If I had to, I would probably drop the Dwarven list down to 4 and bump. I think TK, VC, and Bretonnia are probably top 3 with like the Dwarven Gyrocopter flying around.
I'm curious if there's going to be one of those. Obviously, it's hard to get your hands on that many gyrocopters, but 3D printing is a thing. So that's next. Who wants to tackle demons? Oh, let me send you all the list.
Let's see, what style of demons do I think? I think it's going to be a mix of
which flavor?
Tzeentch and Slaanesh. That's my guess here.
Nope, I see a bunch of corn.
Wait, where do you see corn?
In rare. Sorry, I saw the bottom of the list first.
Oh, okay. Well,
you're right. It's a bunch of Slaanesh and Tzeentch.
It's 3 gods, 3 of them.
Is this Brad's list?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I saw some of the things in there, and I was like, okay. I played next to Brad on an RTT a couple weeks ago, and I saw some of his models. They're really well painted.
Nice. What's up, Michael? How's it going, man? He works at Nova. Awesome dude. Really nice. Helps me out. I message him. He helps me out when he can, and then everything else he's just like, talk to Owen. Stop asking me. Talk to Owen. All right, what else? Who's got the demons? You got it?
Sure. So I'll start in rare and work my way up.
Okay.
I kind of like to do that. So unit of flamers. Flamers are a lot of fun. I got to play against Young Duke's pretty much all flamer list. It was a lot of fun. So flamers are going to dish out some damage. They do have a level 2 of demonology, so he gets a little bit of bonus to cast. He's probably looking for Steed of Shadows in there to help move stuff around, but the signature spell of summoning is like a pretty good fireball also.
Very good.
We have a skull cannon, 2 skull cannons, and I know that this was a newer addition to Brad's list, so hopefully he won the RTT, so obviously it was doing pretty well for him. But skull cannons are solid, obviously good enough to mix up a lot of Tzeentch and Slaanesh themed army to throw some of those skull cannons in there.
Nice.
Special, 3 Fiends of Slaanesh, 2 units of them. So these are pretty quick units, movement 9 maybe, I think. Not really armored. Demons have their ward save, so any magic is touching them, they're going to fall over. But these guys are just kind of scooting up the board as fast as possible to tie up stuff.
I think Fiends are very good.
Fiends.
Fiends are very good.
I was thinking the Seekers of Slaanesh. No, Fiends are the The
3 wounds
not-
apiece.
yes,
3
monstrous.
3 attacks or 4 attacks. Monsters cav.
Yep.
Fiends are some creepy looking models too.
Yes.
Nightmare fuel.
Yeah, so the Seekers and Core, that's what I was thinking of, where they're movement 9, AP 2, I think, just blasting up the board as fast as possible. A lot of Furies. Furies are super good. Being able to just jet up the board. Also, this is a very fast list. It's going to be able to get into combat with what it wants to, and hopefully avoid magic missiles because it's in combat already. So that's what's going to kill this army is magic missiles. Get in combat, don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, if you don't go first, this army will give you 1 turn to shoot magic missiles, and then they are in combat.
So the Demon Keeper Secrets obviously got the level 4 of illusion with an Aether Blade, so they are ignoring armor, and I think it just ignores armor.
Yeah.
So you're relying on just ward and regen, which not everybody has a lot of that.
Yep.
But I know that level 4 of illusion does like to have Miasmic Mirage to slow down things he doesn't want to get into combat with. I'm looking up Allure of Slanesh because I just want to double check what that is. You got to take a leadership test before rolling any hits against this model in combat, and then only 6 will do if you fail. So trying to make him a little tankier. I do know that the characters for demons are a little bit on the weaker side as far as saves. Again, if you have magic anything, it kind of just goes right through, but it's kind of expensive to have a 500 point. Your general is a wizard with an Aether Blade.
Yeah.
So could do a little doppelganger action in there too, but it's a little fragile.
Very.
And then the Herald of Tzeentch is going to be a level 3 on a chariot. Now, I'm just thinking real quick. This chariot, is it going to be able to join any models that he has so that he gets any bonus to casting?
No. He can't join the Flamers, and that's the only other Tzeentch unit that he has on the field.
So if it's a light chariot, he might be able to.
Is it a light chariot? I don't think it is.
I'm just checking. I'm just gonna check because I don't actually know. Chariot.
He's got 360 line of sight, which is great. He's
The
got
chariots must get like the if they're within 3 inches. If you've got a character on a chariot, if they're within 3 inches of another chariot unit, they get the same thing where you can't target them, right?
if it's the same unit type.
Yeah. So, but like just like all the other unit types, there's nothing.
So it is a heavy
chariot.
chariot with lumbering, so it's not going to be able to join some of those units. I was thinking light chariot without lumbering might be able to hop in there. Oh, someone just said they don't need to be in the unit to get the casting bonus. Only Warriors of Chaos.
Oh yeah, that's just good call. Whoever said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Demons of Tzeentch just flat get the bonus. Good call.
Well, that's awesome. That's
cool.
better than I thought it was going to be.
Yes.
Just don't face magic attacks.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
so we have level 3 and level 4. So we have some dispelling abilities to stop magic missiles from hitting them. Some solid casting, and that was battle magic. What does it want from battle magic?
Now he's going to be
arcane
all
urgency.
Sorts of magic missiles. Lots of those. So he has
so
twin
arcane
heads.
Urgency to double march, double.
Oh yeah.
Yada yada.
He's got twin heads, which is an extra spell. Banner of Change. I'm surprised he took Banner of Change because that means he's going to be in combat. It's a single enemy in combat, single model, 3d6 strength 2 with no AP. It has 45 points. I don't know why.
Because it's every turn, not just like a charge or something. It's just every start of combat.
Yeah, it's every start of combat. But that means you're not casting spells but that thing has a lot of magic missiles and a lot of shooting if he's doing it. I like it. It's cool.
Yeah, this type of list did pretty solid for him at the RTT. So I'm interested to see what he changed from kind of that Nova style GT to the RTT. But no, this is one to keep an eye on. Demons get a lot of hate sometimes for not performing very good, but this is one that can do it.
You said he didn't have the skull cannons at the RTT?
He did have skull cannons.
Okay. Do you notice anything different from this list to his last one?
It's got to be the levels of the casters, because obviously he couldn't take 2 level 4, 3, 4s or whatever for
Okay, good point.
So there's probably some interesting things with the characters. I know he did have a Keeper Secrets because that's the flying model that I think he had. He was playing
the Keeper Slanesh. That's the big Slanesh girl.
The Keeper of Secrets.
Yeah.
So he had one
Yeah,
of those.
one.
I know there was Furies
Okay.
and Seekers. Yeah, no, I mean, it's a very similar style list. That's why I'm like, I wonder what changed. It probably is a little bit of characters or
Cool.
some pieces in here. But no, this is a good one.
Nice. And he did well, didn't he? Win? Did he win Best Painted or something at the Richmond Open?
I think he won Best General at.
He was in the top. He got fifth. He got fourth or fifth at Richmond Open because he
Okay.
bumped up
Yeah.
pretty nicely.
That was the first time I saw someone take Demons and do that.
Nice.
Yep. He played Chuck's list, I know that, and Chuck had the giant unit of Blood Knights that he kept casting Mirage on, so he couldn't charge. So Chuck was just,
No.
I don't get to do anything. So it is a good strategy.
All right, I'm gonna send a Warriors of Chaos list. If you want to take this one, Peter.
Let's see here. Okay. Okay, so Chaos Lord on Demonic Mount, Ogre Blade, solid, looks good. Enchanting Aura is awesome. Sorcerer Lord, so Mark of Zinch, so some magic missiles and stuff. 19 Marauders, Corn with flails. Yeah, sounds good to me. Skirmishers, so you can just pack a bunch of them in.
Oh, he did make them skirmishers. Nice. Okay.
That's kind of cool. That's a sick looking unit.
He doesn't
Marauder
have to
Horseman
be
with
skirmisher. That's that's the optional thing because he has open order, so he can kind of decide. I think.
No, I think. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I think one of the units. I don't know if it's. I guess it's not Warriors of Chaos. It's like it replaces. It's like there's. I don't know what. I don't think it's. It must not be Warriors of Chaos, but I know there's a unit that like if you take skirmishers, it replaces like open/close order, and it's like. Ugh. But okay, sorry to interrupt. Continue.
20 Chaos Warriors.
Hmm.
Banner of Rage. What's that? Hatred or something?
Frenzy,
I think.
and you cannot lose it.
Okay, yeah.
Cannot lose it.
With great weapons, so sounds good. They're kind of tough to kill. Forsaken, one of the best core units in the game.
Yeah.
And so some Chaos Knights, 3 Dragon Ogres. Those are all solid units. Definitely good. And the Shaggoth on there, that's solid too. And Slugskin. So the Slugskin is what, -1 to hit, or is that regen?
That's a good question. I know he's got the Pelt of the Dark Young, which I think. So he took all the Beastman stuff. So I think that makes him. Is that giving him a 3-up save?
Slugskin is -1 to hit for it and any unit it's joined.
Okay. What's the Pelt of the Dark Young?
I'm looking it up.
Okay. +1 armor and MR2.
Okay, so he's got a 4-up armor, MR2, and Slugskin. Interesting. Okay.
Would it be a 3-up? Because doesn't it have like the scaly skin or whatever?
Oh yeah, good call. So it actually it's a 2-up because he's got a
Yep.
heavy armor, natural armor, and then Pelt. Yeah, he's got a 2-up. So he's got a 2-up with MR2, and he's -1 to be hit.
That's a tank.
That's a tough dude.
And he's got great weapons. So it's like he's gonna kill something when you hit him.
I think that'll make him strength 8. Something nasty.
That brazen collar on the Chosen give them a little bit of magic resistance too.
Nice.
Which is nice.
Brazen collar. And Mark and Nurgle, never fun to fight.
Drilled.
But yeah, I mean, it seems like a punch him in your face kind of Chaos Warrior list.
I'm surprised he took Zinch though on the Forsaken. Usually you see Slanesher Khorne. Zinch, doesn't that one just give you MR? I think he went very anti-magic if that's the case.
That's kind of cool.
So I see the Sorcerer Lord is on a steed and a Chaos Lord is on a demonic steed or demonic mount. Are they both going to be popping into the Chosen, or where do you think they're going to be?
Yeah, I think so.
Chaos Lord probably with the Knights, and then I'd say that you just take the level 4 and hide them close to the Marauders and stuff, and or close to the Knights.
Oh, that's right. Those are on horses.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a lot of options.
Yeah.
I love a single wizard like running around on a horse just casting and buffing and he went what, battle magic? Did he go battle magic? He did. So he's got battle magic and the Mark of Zinch. So he can only go into He could go into the warrior block, but there's no reason.
I love the face wizards running around.
The chosen or Nurgle can't go anywhere. Yeah. So it looks like he can't go into any unit. Except for...
Yeah, but you're kind of hang out next door to the unit because you don't want to put him in combat or something like that, or risk getting him in combat. So you just hang out and keep him from being targeted.
So I lied. He could go into units, but I'm trying to see. He can't get the bonus to cast anywhere. So it has to be a unit strength of at least 10 for him to get a bonus +1 to cast, and I don't see it. So he's basically going battle magic. He's going to get Fireball. He has the Ruby Ring, so for potentially another Fireball, and then he's going to get the Mark of Tzeentch, the signature spell. So he potentially will have 3 magic missiles, and then maybe also the
pillar.
Yeah, the pillar. So he's just gonna just unleashing hellfire.
Do those chosen have they do have drilled? Okay, so a little arcane urgency could be played with the drilled on the chosen knights if he wants to, zip them around. So there's a little bit of strategy for what he rolls up for spells.
Does a Shaggoth also get the 5-up invul versus magic missiles like a Dragon Ogre does? I assume it should, right?
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm looking for
it would make sense. So, yeah, that's a tough list. That's tough. Just beefy boys coming at you. I don't like warriors as much anymore, so I think that's the only thing I dislike. Not dislike, but I think could be stronger. Instead of Chaos Warriors, you do something else. Because 353 points for 20 guys is a lot of points. They don't have shields.
Yeah,
they're tough, so you got to kill 11 of them.
I played Dragon Ogres recently in a Beastmen list, so those were definitely really beefy. There was 3 units of 3.
Yeah,
is how it shook out, and those suckers did not die.
Yeah,
they were just alive at the end of the game.
All right, nice list, Dan. Nice list. All right, go to Daniel. All right, the ogres. I'll take the ogres. Oh shit. Oops, sorry. Sorry, YouTube.
Put it in the swear jar.
Put it in the swear jar. Every time I swear, someone on the stream owes me $1. Like how that works. Okay. Sent y'all the ogre list. We have a tyrant. He is on foot with a talisman of protection. I believe the tenderizer is the killing blow thing, but it doesn't give you... I don't think there's any AP on that. Let me check that real quick. I was completely wrong. It is the better version of the Ogre Blade. So it's 5 points more than an Ogre Blade, but it gives you an extra AP over the Ogre Blade, and it gives you an extra attack over the Ogre Blade. The only downside is it makes you strike last, but it still has multiple wounds. So it's,
you're going last. You're an ogre.
Yeah, basically. So you're going to be that ogre without any extra buffs will be strength 7, AP 3, I think with 6 attacks if it's on that tyrant with multiple wounds D3. Maul Seeker, that's not the one that gives you toughness. Maul Seeker.
The Brits spell these things so weird. Tenderizer.
Yeah, tenderizer. It's like aluminium.
I spelled it wrong when I was looking it up. Yeah.
Oh really? It is the one that gives you toughness. Okay, so he's also toughness 6, but he is subject to stupidity, but he is leadership 9, so that is pretty good. And he's got a level 4 Slaughtermaster with a Cauldron. What the Cauldron does, it gives, if you take a leadership check, your unit gets a 5-up regen if you pass it. Now, based on the new rules, you can't use the veteran rule of your Iron Guts to let you re-roll the Slaughtermaster's leadership test, just so everyone's aware. Which sucks because it was so good.
Is he an 8 or a 7 for leadership?
Slaughtermaster, yeah, he's a Lord level, so he is an 8.
Okay.
So it's still, I mean, on an 8-up, you get or an 8 or lower, you get a 5-up regen for your unit. So his unit, which is probably going to be in the 6 Iron Guts. Lookout Nobbler with the Fistful. And I think that is an asterisk one. It is. So it basically gives you 2d6 reroll when you make a break test. So he does not have a BSB, so that's why he's putting these Fistfuls in a couple places. Let me make sure.
Solid.
Single use. And he did double stack it, so I think he's going to have 2 in this unit. But he is doing battle magic. He does his Biting Blade.
I wouldn't be surprised if he split it up a little bit, like the Slaughtermaster, maybe with the Bulls, just to mix it up.
I That would be cool. Gives him +1 strength. However, he cannot refuse a challenge, nor can they flee as a charge reaction. So if you get in combat with the Slaughtermaster, you could force him to hit you. Okay. Iron Guts, 5 Bulls with just a standard. He's probably doing that for. Oh no, there's no objectives on this one. Keep thinking this is GT. So no objectives, just 5 Bulls. 2 units of 2 Saber Tusks. He did not give them Scout or Vanguard. Another unit of 5 Bulls. 1 Iron Blaster. 5 Man-Eaters. There we go. I never see Man-Eaters. Awesome. So he gave them Poison Attacks and Stubborn. 4 Great Weapons and 5 Ogre Pistols. And if I remember right, the Ogre Pistols are like handguns. His champion has the Ruby Ring. That's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. And then the Standard Bearer has the Dragonhide banner. All right, God, look at 5 dudes. It's 455 points.
Yeah, so Dragonhide banner re-rolls their hits of 1 and gives them flaming. So although it's shooting, they're gonna re-roll and stuff.
Yeah, it's very cool. Now the Dragonhide banner shouldn't help the Ruby Ring, right? Right?
Is it all wizards?
A unit carrying the Dragonhide banner may reroll any rolls to hit. We're already hitting, so it definitely doesn't.
Yeah,
help
it auto hits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has 2 Iron Blaster. He's got
and Mornfang Cavalry are really, really good.
Yeah, so he's got 2 Iron Blasters, even though they're spread out. Okay, and just 3 basic Mornfang, Great Weapons, Heavy Armor, which are great. Great Weapons on Mornfang are the way to go now. I think in 8th edition you needed the extra armor save. It was much more important. And just the Bull Standard, which I think gets you like extra impact hits or something. I don't know if he can take that. Oh, no, he can. Can reroll failed to wound rolls with impact hits. That's very good with your Mornfang because I think the impact hits are strength 5, AP 1 from the Mornfang themselves. I think so. Zach just went away.
We didn't need him.
Yeah, we didn't. Bye, Zach. Let's see. That's a strong list. I like it. Ogres, people say they're in a really bad spot right now. I think they're decent. It just depends on who is. Just depends on who's piloting them. But yeah, they aren't in the best spot.
It's kind of like Chaos Warriors without the leadership, honestly.
Oh yeah, here
in a way.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the armor. No giant though. No giant though. All right, so that's Chaos. Dash. Oh, he's running Dark Elves. This will be interesting. Yeah. They are in a very bad spot.
Anything about Dark Elves, so.
Them and Skaven are in one of the worst spots. Let me adjust this so they can see you a little bit more.
All right, I am back.
He has returned. In our time of need. Well, you want to do Dark Elves then?
Dark Elves. I am not well versed on Dark Elves. I've never played them in the Old World. They're very few and far between. So let's see.
Okay. Well, this is the time to learn.
Let's see. I know they have Manticores, Repeater Bolt Throwers, Shades, Cold One Riders. That's about all I ever see.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay. I posted it. Now I can't get the chat to.
All right, so Dark Elves, we got a Beastmaster, and these are Legacy Army.
There we go. Can you see it?
Yep, we got it.
Excellent.
So the Beastmaster's on a Manticore, so it is a monster, but it's not a behemoth, I think. So it should be a little bit tankier. Again, people can't AP to it. Whip of Agony.
AP to it.
We got with the Whip of Agony. Strength +1, AP 1, strikes first on the Whip of Agony. Any unsaved wounds, and you have a -1 toughness for the remainder of the game.
Pretty good.
Yeah. It doesn't look like that stacks. It's just like a once thing. You can only go -1 toughness. Okay, so guy on a Manticore with a Whip of Agony. Let's make sure Shield of Grand. I wonder what kind of armor save we got. -1 strength when you attack this person, and Manticore should be.
I think they're T5, right?
At least T5.
They're given +1 toughness and +4 wounds.
Yep. So I'm assuming Beastmaster's at least T4. No, High Beastmaster's only T3, so it's only T4.
Ugh, rough.
But you get 7 wounds. Okay.
It's pretty cheap.
Interesting. Okay.
It's only 282.
Yeah.
Pretty
You know
cheap.
what? I did just look at that. 282 for for a guy on a monster mount. That's not bad. 7 wounds, T4. It's not the worst. You could pay double that for, a couple extra wounds and another toughness, but if you're just going for the best bang for your buck, that might not be a bad idea. The Death Hag with 2 hand weapons, Cauldron of Blood, Cry of War, and Pendant of Calith. I'm assuming this is like this isn't the wizard. This is the one that goes with the
Witch Elves. Witch Elves.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't even see the unit of Witch Elves. That's what's throwing me off.
It doesn't have to go on Witch Elves. I think it used to. It was like
the Cauldron.
No, it was like Cable Knight or something. Cable Knight, some weird rule I think they had in 8th edition, or maybe that was WAP. I don't remember, but I think she can go on the Warriors.
So the Cry of War is a -1 leadership to everybody inside the command range of 1 or more Death Hags. So minus leadership. And Pendant. I'm taking one for the team here on Dark Elves. I'm literally learning as we go. So we have a ward save, 5 ward save against any strength 4 or lower, and a 4 up for strength 5 or higher. So it's basically like a prey for Bretonnia. 40 points, that's a lot for that talisman.
But she's in a cauldron. Or she's on a cauldron. Sorry, on it. Sorry. She's in a cauldron. But so she's doing what the Skaven do with their the plague furnace.
Oh, it's a mount.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. Cauldron
I'm
is
thinking
like
it's like the ogre cauldron where they're like dragging it along. Okay,
no,
so this is like
she's on like the chariot thing.
Got it. Okay, so now I see it. So you have a high toughness thing that you're now protecting with those ward saves. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
and she's got an aura too. She should have an aura that should affect basically an
aura. Okay.
Yep.
Dragged along, frenzy. So they do. This thing does have frenzied, and this does not have to be in a unit. This Cauldron of Blood. This could be by itself as a heavy chariot, dragged along, like you said with the plague furnace. Okay. This does have Blessings of Cain, so you have enchantments. Okay, I can see this working kind of like a Skaven-y type model where you have a high movement thing and you're able to drag this thing along. Because I think dragged along is you can substitute the movement
infantry.
of infantry,
and they're all movement 5, so it's pretty good.
Okay, so Dark Elf Dreadlord on a cold one. I'm assuming there's a block of 9 cold ones in special. Great. Now they are still stupid, and we have a general that's now on the cold one with them. So hopefully we don't have any stupidity shenanigans.
I have a lot of thunder going on right now, so if I lose power, that would suck, but there's a chance.
Gotcha. Yeah, Curtis played a troll type army that had a lot of stupidity problems at the RTT, so it could go either way.
Yeah, it's just more fun.
He's got the Executioner's Axe, which is I think it's only +1 strength, 1 AP, but it's MR2 if I remember right. I think so.
So this BSB that is on foot has a stubborn banner with an extra +1 combat result. So it's basically stubborn plus a war banner.
Okay. And I guess that's just in the warrior block?
I think so. That seems to be the where to go, because all he has is like a War Hydra and some shades and stuff like that.
What's his banner do?
So
they Argoneth?
AP1.
Okay.
Solid.
Yeah, so beefing up this warrior block with stubborn, extra combat res, rerolling ones,
and AP1.
Yeah, an AP1. Yeah, so you got a big block there. The 20 repeater crossbows, I feel like that's a big unit. It's a little bit unwieldy, so maybe I might break it up into 2 smaller ones, but
it says the Wood Elf player.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, I'm like, because these guys are open order or closed order. I don't know.
I think they're closed. Let's find out.
Dark Elf Warriors?
No, they're repeater crossbows.
Oh, crossbows.
Yeah, I know different armies have so close orders. Okay, you at least get ranks and you get some some fighting there. Okay,
And if they're
yeah, I
on a
can see
hill,
Warhammer.
I mean, 40 crossbow shots will do some damage.
Yeah, if they're open order, I was like, why have a big block? But if close order, you get your ranks and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. You got your 9 cold ones. Those are going to do a punch with the rampaging banner, re-rolling their charge with lances as long as they get in and they're not stupid. Some Dark Elf shades doing some scout.
Scouts.
I don't know if they ambush, but I know they can scout. Repeater crossbows with great weapons, nothing to shake a stick at. Some repeater bolt throwers and a War Hydra. War Hydras, I think they're not as good as in older editions.
No, I think Hydra's got nerfed a little bit. But bolt throwers, an 80-point bolt thrower is very cheap. I think goblins do it the best because I think theirs are like 40 points or something stupid. But 80 points, what do they hit on a 4 at long range? I mean, so you got 3 of them. At least, on average, at least one's going to hit. So 1.5's going to hit. But as they get closer, like that'll actually put a lot of hurting on units, especially if you have them the flank, going through units and stuff. So it's not terrible. Does he have a wizard?
No.
Ah.
There is a little bit of casting on the Cauldron of Blood.
Okay.
But those are bound spell type things.
No magic.
The War Hydra for 200 points, you get the 5-up armor, 5-up regen, and you are a behemoth, so you get a little AP on some stomps and stuff like that. So it is a behemoth, so it will win some combats. But for 200 points, I feel like that's
a little much.
A little undercost. Yeah.
Wait, undercosted or overcosted?
Overcosted. That's the right one. Okay. I'm comparing it to like a Tree Man or like a Necrosphinx or something like that. Right. Like 200 points. That's like their benchmark.
Yeah.
He's got the Hydra with just a 5-up.
I think it comes with the 5-up armor, 5-up regen.
No, it's just a 5-up.
Oh, you're just because it says it here. That's all it says. It's just got a 5-up. Not even an armor save. It just says 5-up. On a 5-up, he passes whatever hits it. Vortex of Doom. He's just a 5-up. He's good.
Yeah, 5-up.
5-up.
I always think it's interesting with the extra attacks of your remaining wounds. So you have 2 attacks plus, however many wounds you got left. So it's better early.
All right, zoom in a little bit. We got Ernan. Ernan with his Warriors of Chaos. Let's see. He's also doing the Demonic Mount. He's got the Ogre Blade and the Favor of the Gods, so lets him reroll one of the dice if he rolls a 1. He's got the Always Strike Last aura on him, Mark of Nurgle, so you're rerolling 6s to hit. So you're going to be striking last, reroll 6s to hit. He's going to start out at weapon skill 7. He could easily get higher as the game goes on. He's got a level 4 Tzeentch on foot with 5 spells and dark magic. Okay, interesting. Dark magic on foot. He's got a level 2 Nurgle on a chariot with a puppet and battle magic. The Marker Nurgle, I think that's the one that gives you the signature is like a +1 toughness or something. +2 maybe if you get it the higher roll, but I know it's at least +1 toughness. I think.
The Marker Nurgle, I think it's reroll 6s to hit them.
No. The signature spell.
Oh, okay.
But yes, you're right about the mark itself. He has an aspiring champion on a Gore Beast chariot, Mark of Nurgle, with just heavy armor and a great weapon. It's 219 points. That guy's going to hit someone hard. People are going to not think that's a huge threat. They're going to ignore it a little bit, but if that thing hits, a Gore Beast chariot with the Mark of Nurgle and a great weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Solid.
Yeah, heavy chariot. That's going to do pretty nasty. 14 warriors with the Mark of Tzeentch and a champion. So that is where his level 4 is going to be on foot. So he's going to have +5 to cast from that unit. It's going to be gross. No banner, nothing. 8 Forsaken with Slaanesh. That gives him Swift Stride. So that's a really fast unit. Oh, another unit of it. Oh, sorry, I didn't send this one to y'all. That's fine. Whatever.
I was watching on.
Okay. So 2 units of 8 Forsaken. Forsaken are amazing. 1 unit of 8 Warhounds with poison attacks and Vanguard. And then just 1 unit of 5 with nothing. Why 8 with Vanguard and poison? Okay.
Fill out core.
Yeah, I guess so, just to fill out core. Okay. Let's see. He's got a unit of 4 Chaos Ogres. I haven't seen these. Well, I think I played them once or twice maybe with Chaos Ogres, but those guys are nasty. So he only made them undivided, but they each have, I think, 3 Strength 6 or Strength 7 Grey Weapon attacks, and they're Monstrous Infantry. So if you don't kill at least the whole unit, or sorry, if you don't kill a couple, that's what 12 great weapon attacks coming at you. You might kill one because I think they have regen. No, that's orc ones. Maybe they don't have armor; it's just heavy armor. So
maybe
then
they just ran out of Dragon Ogre models.
That's probably it. I mean, look, 3 Dragon Ogres is 196, 4 Chaos Ogres is 154. He definitely has layers of stuff hitting you as it goes. So then he has 2 units of 3 Dragon Ogres, all with great weapons and heavy armor. Nasty. And then he has a Chaos Giant with both the Scaly Skin and the regen. So lots of stuff coming at you. Hard, heavy hitting. Thick boys.
Lots of 3-man Dragon Ogre units.
Yeah.
A lot of these lists.
Classic.
Solid.
I'm surprised I haven't seen any singles yet. Like not a single like one Dragon Ogre unit running around, like one model.
Roger might be taking that to
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the Chaos Lord in? Demonic Mount. I guess he's in one of the Dragon Ogre units. Probably.
Yeah, because you can join because they're still cavalry.
Yeah. Okay. Gross. And then he's just got a bunch of glass.
Are the monstrous cavalry lumbering?
No.
Okay.
I think only heavy chariots and monsters get lumbering. I think so.
I haven't seen that before, where the guy just kind of pops in. Maybe he's by himself. Maybe he wants 360. What'd you call it? 360.
Charger.
Yeah.
So when we were at Adepticon, it was late at night. It might have been like 2, 3 in the morning, and Austin and I were just talking about lists and stuff. And this was before GW clarified that you don't. So before the recent FAQ, the demonic mount who has Swift Stride would give it to the Dragon Ogres. So we made lists where you could put a demonic mount dude on a Dragon Ogre unit, and then the Dragon Ogres get Swift Stride. Hilarious. But we didn't have to ever play it, but it was just cool.
So the monstrous cavalry do have the clumsy rule, so they can't be joined by characters that are not also clumsy.
Demonic mount is a that might be clumsy because he is not tiny. He's on a 50 mil, I think. Demonic mount, Chaos Lord. Hello, kiddo. Yeah, so he's a monstrous cavalry, which is what the Dragon Ogres are. Right? Aren't Dragon Ogres monstrous cavalry?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, he can go in them, right? I don't see why he wouldn't. Is that right? Is that right, little Zach? I think that's right. Oh shit. Go back to roster. Uno Memento. Who was that? That was Ernan. Hayden. Hayden, what you got, buddy?
Can you post this one in the chat?
Say what?
Post this one in the chat, please.
Oh yes, gladly. Gladly. You can tackle this one.
Okay, more Chaos Warriors.
Yeah.
The Lost and the Damned. All right. Okay, level 4 on a chariot with demonology, so magic missile platform. Is the Chaos Chariot a light chariot?
No. Oh, I think only the Marauder one is. If there even is a Marauder one in this edition.
Chaos Lord on a Manicore, Giant Blade. What's Crown of Everlasting Conquest again?
I believe that gives you the 4 regen.
Okay.
If I remember right.
And then Enchanting Aura, really good.
5 up regen. Sorry, 5 up regen.
Yeah, 5 up regen. Just pulled that up.
Enchanting Aura is probably one of the best items in the game.
See, I think it's just okay.
Well, you're wrong, and it's okay. It's okay. No, it's really good. 35 points to be strike to give your opponent strike last. Huge.
Then Exalted Champion on a demonic mount. So armor silvered steel, so that's the one where it's like always a 3 up.
Yep.
I don't know what the
Or no,
beta
not always.
damnation
You
is.
just get a 3-up.
You get a 3-up that can't be modified better, but it can be modified worse. But it's pretty cheap.
Yeah. And then Chaos Marauders.
Well, I just read what the Pendant of Damnation does. It's
Do you know what
infantry.
it is?
Sorry, what?
No, there you go.
So it's every wound you lose, you gain an extra attack. It's only 30 points, and he's only on Demonic Mount, so I think he's only going to have like 4 wounds. But he could get up to 3 extra attacks, which is kind of cool.
The other person's going to be going first, right? Because they don't have the enchanting aura on that one.
Well, unless they're at this in combat with the same unit.
Yeah, true.
Because they're both just on monstrous mounts, right? Oh no, the Castle Lord's on the Mana Core. I lied.
Okay, so 20 Chaos Marauders, hand weapons, light armor, shields. That's just 20 guys.
20
you know.
units. Yeah.
Core.
Yep, core. 21 Chaos Warriors, the Razor Standard. I don't know. I haven't actually taken the Razor Standard on anything in this edition. Just because it's Armor Bane rather than like a straight up AP.
Yeah.
And some Warhounds, some Marauder Horsemen, another Chaos Chariot. Spawn are fun. Actually usable in this edition, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just a pain to they're tar pit. 10 chosen Chaos Warriors on foot.
Interesting.
Still good.
Yeah, Banner Rage. 3 attacks each.
And then Dragon Ogres and a Gore Beast. So you do have some like medium tier heavy hitters in this list with like the Dragon Ogres, the Gore Beast, a couple Chariots. But it's also a lot of like infantry walking around. And then you get the Flying General. So
I think the Chosen, I assume he's just going to be 10 wide here. I'm not really sure, but if they get a charge on someone, that is going to hurt.
yes.
30, weapon skill 5, strength 6, ray weapon attacks. That's pretty good. But they are undivided.
Less than that. But
wait, what?
If they're 10 wide, you'll only get like half of them will be
you're right.
But still, that's
you're right.
Really good.
I'm surprised he didn't give him a mark though. Like, why not just give him corn? I guess he never wants to lose the frenzy. Okay.
All right.
Spawn.
Yeah.
What's the Exalted Champion? Because he doesn't have any horses, does he? He's got no cavalry. So what is the Demonic Mountain? Maybe put it in a unit? I don't know. Interesting.
Can you put? Oh yeah, you can put it in a unit.
Yeah.
You guys were talking about how it could join the Dragon Ogres last time.
Yeah.
Is that what you were saying for the last army? So yeah, I guess he could park him in the Dragon Ogres or by himself.
True.
Go the old Pegasus route, kind of just do whatever.
Jackson Hickley. Let me post this one up. You got this.
Have you noticed that we have not seen any dragons for the ARD BOYZ RTT?
I am shocked.
I don't think we've seen any dragons, and I don't think we've seen any Tomb Kings. But it's early.
It is
early.
Still
plenty of room.
Yes. Plenty of time. All right, here's the next one.
And no Green Knights. No Green Knights yet.
That's true also. Only one Brett player so far. All right, you're up, Zach.
What do we got? Did you send it?
I did. Yep.
Bingo.
Send it. Hope everyone's doing something. Hope everyone's hobbying or making their own list. Obviously, double check to see if we're missing something. If something's not legal or something, please give us a shout.
Oh yeah, that's what I was doing when we were going through the list. When you guys were doing it, I was making sure that like the characters could fit. Like you could only have one, Chaos Lord per 1,000. I was trying to kind of make sure that all those were looking good. Because sometimes the Old World Builder, whatever apps you're using, lets you do stuff that you're not actually allowed to do.
Right.
But yeah, so just for the same park count list.
Pretty nicely updated recently.
Yeah, that
looked at it. Yeah, they even added 8th edition back onto it.
Did they really?
Yeah,
wow,
I picked. Cool. Yeah.
So one thing I saw that it Old World Builder was letting me add 2 charm shields because they were common items.
My doorbell just rang. Give me a second.
Sure. It was letting me add 2 charm shields to the same character, but then New Recruit wasn't letting me add 2 charm shields. So I kind of just was like, I'm not really sure what is going to happen. So I just ended up only taking 1 on something because I wasn't sure. But yeah, so for
the
for
double 5 up.
yeah, I was like, you might as well if you got the points, just take a cheap little ward. So for this
Okay, cool.
Necromancer, we have on foot level 4 of Necromancy. I'm used to seeing that. The Scepter of whatever that is lets them
Raw.
Yeah, it lets them do the resurrection thing twice. And if they do it, they roll a d6, and on a 1, they take a wound. I'm pretty sure I said that right. But some kind of quirky mechanic like that, so they can double resurrect. A BSB for 70 points on foot. That makes them crumble less. You always see it in these type of lists. We have a vampire count on a nightmare, which is their horse, with the Sword of Kings, which we talked about, has the 5-up killing blow. And Dark Acolyte is, I think it resurrects. It has the ability to resurrect. So he has 3 potential resurrections. Tomb Banshees, we've got 2 separate ones of them. So we have 2 Screams so far in this list. And a Necromantic Acolyte, which is going to be the level 2 of also Necromancy. So another resurrection spell with the Hand of Dust. This is the one that crumbles, like we were talking about earlier, if you roll the 1. It's kind of like a doppelganger type spell on an item.
I think that's kind of fun to put on like a Necromancer.
Yeah.
Crappy caster. Like, hey, here, have it.
Yep, I've seen a list like this where it just has these kind of lower level folks that just gotta get in there, and they're with zombies or Graveguard or something, and they just try to do a little bit to help out. So okay, I can see that. Big unit of 24 Graveguard with drilled, and a standard of Hellish Vigor. I'm just gonna peek at what that one does. I'm assuming it might be like a no, it can't be reserve move. That's too good. Hellish Vigor. It does give him reserve move. Okay, it's not too good. It's exactly what it is.
Under slow.
Yeah, 40 points for reserve move on the Graveguard. Pretty solid.
Some ghouls.
10 crypt ghouls. Sometimes I think those are skirmishers. T4 poison attacks. Some wolves. Try to pet that dog. Some more ghouls. Yeah, this is filling out core. No zombies. This might be the first list ever as no zombies. Okay.
Interesting.
4 spirit hosts. These are ethereal and super annoying. They don't do a ton of damage, but you can't really do anything to them, so they just kind of go like spookiness towards you and hold you up.
And they got a couple wounds each, right?
Yeah. They have swarms, I think, or something like that. So they're pretty beefy. In rare, we got 5 blood knights with drilled and a ruby ring. So they are 5's a weird number because I feel like sometimes you can kill 5 and then you can't resurrect the unit. I always feel safer with like 6, 7, something like that.
I had that one guy left, yeah.
Yeah.
I like cavalry with the 6.
And we do have a Terrorgeist in this one for a 3rd Scream and a Vargulf. My only experience with a Vargulf was in Ohio at Buckeye Battle, where I asked Chuck, I said, hey, Chuck, are Vargulfs any good? And he said no. And then it got into combat with me, and it did a lot of damage. And then he was like, well, you're not supposed to let it get in combat with you. So they're really good when they get in combat.
Yeah, Vargulfs.
They're not very good when they don't get in combat.
Yeah, they're cool.
But no, this list, 3 Screams, I think 3 or 4 resurrection spells. The plan looks to be Graveguard, reserve move forward, get them up there as fast as possible, hold stuff up with the spirit hosts, and then yell at it. So pretty staple vampire count type of technology. Nothing breaking the wheel here, but I'm interested to see how that Hand of Dust does, because we've seen 2 of them so far.
Okay, cool. Made it back just in time. So that was whose was this? Jackson. That was Jackson's list. We're on to Jackson. Another vampire counts. Man, there's a ton of vampire counts list.
See if there's a Vargulf in this one, because apparently they are good for pummeling the core knights. Because I think they have frenzied.
They're AP2.
AP2, yeah. That'll rip through some 3-up armor saves.
All right, here you go. You want this one, Peter?
Sure. All right. So.
Oops, sorry, that's a GT list. Oops.
Oh.
That's a GT list.
I'm playing the GT. I'll talk about those.
Yeah, no. I don't
We're
want to
doing
show.
both on this stream, right?
I don't know. That's going to take a long time. We might not do both.
Oh,
Who did
well,
we? Well, we might. We'll see. Who did we just talk
well,
about?
the thing is,
Jackson.
there's going to be some overlap,
Yes, there will.
so
All
we
right,
could just go through the GT ones that aren't the same people.
It's true. All right, so here is this one. Jonathan Davis. I will send this. A Tomb Kings player. There you go. Chat. There you go. Boom. I'm going to close
Alright,
the
Tomb
GT
Kings.
one. So
Hey, your first Tube Kings.
All right, so Tomb King on Dragon. So that's the toughness 6 or 7, 6 dragon, I think, because it's a Tomb King on it. So it's the stronger dragon, I believe. And then Armor of Ages is the reroll
gross.
wounds against, right?
Yep.
Which is a liability because when they come in against you with Monster Slayer and they roll a bunch of like 2s and 1s, that's another shot at a 6. So
Okay.
Royal Herald. He's got the where is he again?
BSB on a chariot.
BSB on Chariot. Yep. Pre-standard, Necrotech. And then what is a warding splint on there? I haven't seen that much.
I think that's the special armor that lets him be able to wear it because it's a wizard.
Okay. So just
so.
a bit there. And then rocking elementalism. So he's got like Plague of Rust, Storm Call, okay, and Ruby Ring. 25 Skeleton Warriors. Wow, I never see anyone run these.
Oh, this guy's running one of the This has to be the.
It's an Arcane Journal thing.
Yeah, it's an Arcane Journal one. Is it the Royal Host or is it the other one?
It doesn't say.
Hold on, Arcane Journal.
So Warding Splint is in that journal. It is a heavy armor. Can be worn by the Lich Priest. It's a 5-up board save too. So it's a 5-up, 5-up for a wizard.
Pretty good.
Warding Splint.
Do you know which one it is? Let's see. Is it the?
We have Royal Host from Tim in chat.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Cool.
So the only difference with this one is you have to take a Tomb King, and you have to spend 33% on core, and you have to take a unit of chariots.
So Skeleton Chariots, Tomb Guard, Sigil of Centuries. What's that one again?
No idea. That's
Sigil of Centuries is all enemies within 6 inches suffer -1 initiative.
Pretty good. Oops.
Slow them down.
Skirmishers, Horse Rushers.
Oh look! Hey, look! We got a random Jonesy. Jonesy has joined the chat.
Hey,
oh wow!
everybody.
It's an Empire State Regiment.
Great.
All right, see if I can get everyone. Good. Looks good. Welcome, Jonesy. All right, we have assembled. Yes, pretty good. All right, continue on. What's the sigil do? Did you see it?
-1 initiative for folks in 6 inches of him.
Okay. So
45 points. So that's kind of pricey.
That is pricey.
Scorpions, always good with the killing blow.
How many does he have? Just 2.
Yeah, Necropolis Knights. I'm sorry, I don't know all the Tomb King magic items. These are ones I've not seen very often.
Death Mask, I think, is Terror because I think Phil has run that one before.
Cool.
Yeah,
Ushabti. Okay, so taking Ushabti with the great bows or great weapons, I'm leaning more towards taking with great weapons because it's only 4 shots, and I'd rather have them in combat with great weapons. But still, the great bows are strength 5, AP 1 or something. So
yeah,
but
always hit on 4s.
Always hit on 4s. Okay, so 2 strength 5 hits turn.
I don't know if it does multiple wounds. I don't think it does.
Yeah.
Do they?
I don't know.
Do theirs? It is multiple wounds too. So you're getting 2 strength 6, AP 1, armor bane 2, multiple wounds 2. Yeah, that's actually really good. Range 30.
Okay, so you can take on dragons with that.
Oh yeah, and they're always hitting on 4s. It's pretty good.
So I don't see the poison. Is it a spell that gives the unit poison? It might be. I thought it was a banner, but they could also be
Banner.
giving.
Yeah, I think it's some kind of item.
Okay.
And then Cascade of Souls is always fun. It's like the Pegasus Knight Killer with Light of Death because it's no armor saves and multiple wound 2. So just drop 5 Pegasus Knights if they roll poorly. And then a Necro Sphinx. That's a flying one, I believe. So that's always pretty solid.
The Sphinx, yeah. 195 points for one of the best monsters.
Yeah.
That can't be written.
Props for running the 25 Skeleton Warriors. I mean,
And now, do they have to run either the Skeleton Warriors or the Archers? Is that like one of the things the Tomb Kings have to do? I think I've seen people just run the little 10 block of Archers as like I have to run it. So
yeah.
it could just be that they're just like, I'll take some Skeleton Warriors, put some characters in it.
The Skeleton Warriors the Spearmen look cooler, I think, than the Archers. So, I mean, good on him.
I mean, you got to do the rule of cool.
Yeah.
Looks like a good list. Necrosphinx, Casket's amazing. Shopties are good. Knights are good. 2 Scorpions. Lots of scouting, skirmishing dudes. It looks strong.
Yeah, I mean, you got a Bone Dragon with Armor of Ages. You got a Casket. You got a Necrosphinx. You got the building of a good skeleton there. No pun intended.
All right, so that was Jonathan Davis first. Now we're gonna go to Logan. Jonesy, can you see the chat?
Yes.
Okay. Or the chat for the Skype?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You want to do this one? This is Ogre Kingdoms. It's not spaced out super well. I think this one might be from New Recruit, based on how it's looking.
Yeah, this looks like a New Recruit.
That's the only thing I don't like about New Recruit is how they have the army list layout. It's just.
And are we still looking at ARD BOYZ list? Or are we at?
Yeah, this is still ARD BOYZ.
Okay.
We are about halfway through ARD BOYZ.
I want to look at some GT lists eventually.
We will.
Okay. As long as we will.
Maybe not today, but we're seeing. He's like, I don't get to play against any of these.
So we did talk about the Tenderizer.
Yeah.
Trying to look at some other things in here. Death Cheater.
Jonesy,
I'm trying to pull up some stuff for Jonesy.
Jonesy, can you see the list?
Yes.
You want to go through the list?
I'm not an Ogre Kingdoms expert.
Okay. Okay, never mind. I'll do it. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a level 3 Slaughtermaster, now level 4. Battle Magic, Maul Seeker, which is the +1 toughness. He's got Lore Familiar, so he's got 3 spells he gets to know. And he did Battle Magic with the Tenderizer, which is surprising on the Slaughtermaster. I don't know if he meant to go Illusion instead of Battle Magic there, but I guess he just wanted his Slaughtermaster to be able to do something in combat, and that Tenderizer will get you to be able to do it. He has a Tyrant, who's the general, on a Stonehorn with a 5-up save. The Death Cheater is cool. It makes an enemy re-roll a successful wound roll. So if that one killing blow gets through, you're like, for 5 points, make you re-roll it. He's got the Ogre Blade, which is really strong.
Really good.
Yeah, it's really good. 30 Noblar Trappers. That's awesome. So those are skirmishing. And every model of yours that gets in base contact with one of his, it takes a dangerous terrain check. So they're skirmishers. So if he can actually make base with his movement after you complete the charge, you're going to take a dangerous terrain with a lot of people. And they're only 55 points. They're good scouts, redirectors, all that kind of, maybe not redirectors, but speed bumps. You got 1 unit of 6 bulls, Iron Fist, with full command, yep. And he's got the Cannibal Totem, so they have a 5-up regen, but then they pursue 1d6 less. So they're not catching up because they're standing there eating, but they got a 5-up regen.
Blood Greed for Minotaurs.
Yes, exactly. Unit of 4 bulls, 2 units of 4 bulls with just musicians, and I think that's it. And he made it units of 4, which is smart because based on the percentages for GW, you have to kill all of them to get their points. 2 Iron Blasters, which are the big cannons. Very strong. Self-explanatory. He's got a Gorgers. I really like Gorgers. I ran them in the last game that I played. I ran 2 of them. If I had more, I would run more. Like, I think you could run a lot of those. They're very strong. They're
only 100 points.
Yeah, and you can give them a Scout or and Vanguard. So they're Strength 5, Toughness 5, 4 wounds. They have 5 attacks because of Frenzy, 4 base. They're AP 2. They're unbreakable. And I don't remember if they have they have light armor. I guess that's it. So they're in your for 100 points. They're in your face to hurt you.
Don't they have regen?
I think they might have a 6-up regen, but I also know they get to reroll their charge, which is after scouting and vanguarding. Obviously, you can't do it. You can't charge after that or after scouting, but you vanguard and then charge with Swift Stride. It's pretty strong with the reroll. Then you have
I mean, the amount of attacks they get for their base size is really strong.
Yeah.
And the fact of what you can do with all the, single model monstrous infantry kind of shenanigans.
360 line of sight. It's really good. And then a Thunder Tusk. And Thunder Tusk are pretty good because they're not as good at charging, obviously, compared to the Stonehorn, but these guys actually get a stomp. So if you're just expecting to just hang out there, you're just auto hitting with stomps. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm looking at these Stonehorn riders and Thunder Tusk riders. He's got one of each.
Oh shit, you're right. Sorry,
I don't really know the difference because they're both behemoths. They're both strength 6 T6. I'm just kind of like, what's the difference? Like one has like a harpoon launcher or something on top, and the other one's got
the riders. The riders are kind of insignificant. It's 3 strength 4 attacks with no AP, but the harpoon launchers are basically a strength 6 bolt thrower that's multiple wounds too. So
okay,
it's only BS 3. So if it moves, you're hitting on 5s or 6s. But I didn't realize he had a Stonehorn and a Thunder Tusk, so good call out. The main difference is the Stonehorn he's like made of stone, so he takes like half the multiple wounds that he's supposed to, or it's -1 the number of wounds. So if you're doing multiple wounds 2, he's still only taking 1 per wound, and he has impact hits.
Yeah, I see D6 plus 1 on the Stonehorn, and the other one's got D3 plus Stomp, so it's kind of like spreads it out a little.
Yep. They're both good. They just it depends what you're fighting and what unit. So he's got a Stonehorn, a Thunder Tusk, a Gorger, double Sky Titans, or Iron Blasters. Where's Rare? Okay.
What's Chill Breath do?
Chill Breath is Strength 2, AP 1, multiple wounds D3. Little breath weapon.
Yep. Not great. I mean, it's okay. It might get a wound through, or one of the multiple wounds through, for fun. A bunch of trash.
Chain Traps looks interesting. 12-inch range, strength plus 1, but it has killing blow on its shot.
Yeah, that's good after you. If someone fails a charge, or if you fail a charge, and like you're just maneuvering for a next turn, you can at least get a couple shots in after you like turn around or whatever.
Yeah.
Is the Tyrant on a Stonehorn too? So he's got 2 Stonehorns and a Thunder Tusk. It's pretty good. See, a lot of people's lists aren't prepared for that. That is a lot of high toughness, thick bodies. Okay.
Thick boys.
Thick boys.
And you have to re-roll a Monster Slayer wound that gets through with that Death Cheater.
Yep, just one though.
I played this guy last weekend.
Which one?
Luke's.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
The Beastman? Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you did too, Zach, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you did way better than I did. I got my ass handed.
Well, who wants to say the Beastman? Talk about Beastman then.
Let's see if it's something similar.
I think because we talked after our game about it, and we were talking about adding more Razor Gores and more Chariots. So hopefully he did that. But no, yeah, go ahead. Take a
Okay, so he's got that level 4 with elementalism and a Hag Tree Fetish. So you got the signature Beastman spell, which is the strength 1 Vile Tide, 5d6, and then you get to reroll all of those with Hag Tree Fetish, and it's no armor save, which is one of the best spells in the game.
So mean.
It's brutal. I mean, it's like you can just delete dragons with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was shredding your Grail Knights. He was shredding up my dragon.
Well, yeah, it's one guy just deleting a unit every turn. And it's like, okay,
well. That's really good. And he's on a chariot, so he's 360 line of sight.
Oh, he actually put it on a chariot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he didn't have it on chariot earlier. Nice.
And then he's got, let's see, he's got 2 shamans.
Another one.
Another one.
So I don't know why wouldn't you get? Oh no, because the Hag Tree Fetish doesn't apply to bound magic items.
Correct. Yeah, it
Right.
doesn't apply to Ruby Ring.
So that's why you don't put the Ruby Ring with the other one. So
Mhm.
okay, at least there's that.
It looks like he subbed out the Doom Bull because he had the Doom Bull and he
Yeah.
subbed it out for the Chariot Shaman.
Gotcha.
I killing blowed it, so that might have factored in to it. And then yeah, okay, this is a very different list. So 8 gore. All right.
Wait, you skip.
Ambusher, yeah,
You skip the. He's got 3 casters.
3 casters.
3 Vile Tides.
So yeah, 3 Vile Tides he'll be running around with.
Ugh.
Gross.
Yuck.
Earthen Rod gives him the reroll 1 miscast. What does the Skin of Man do?
Scouts, I believe. You can join a scout unit or an ambusher unit, I think.
Okay,
He sure can. He gains a Scout
Put
and
a,
Vanguard.
cool.
Put one of those guys with your ambushers or something. I don't know.
So you have a Vile Tide in range turn 1. Got it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Or ambushing in the back of their board for if they're
True.
trying to hide.
Oh hell yeah, he took 5 razor core.
All right,
Got
so
the
he's-
piggies out.
How many? He's got 5 single models. Yep. 1, 2,
Yep.
6.
5.
6 of them.
6.
That's-
Holy crap!
Okay. Yep, that's an ARD BOYZ list.
Nice. I like it.
Razor core are awesome.
Yeah, really good.
Good chaff. Good chaff. Good chaff.
Got some
And then
Warhounds. Warhounds are always good.
2 Tuskers. Nice.
And then 3 units of 3 Dragon Ogres.
Woo. Woo.
And then some Herpes, and then 3 Giants.
Okay. So far, this might be the most ARD BOYZ list I've seen.
Yes, this gets surprised for that. This is a funny list.
Triple Giants, triple Dragon Ogres, double.
So
Tuskers,
surprisingly,
6
the
Razor.
Gorgons.
Straight war.
He had 2 Gorgons in his RTT list, and he dropped both of them. It looks like the Gorgons scare the hell out of me because all of their attacks have Monster Slayer.
Gorgons
so
are
that
really
could
good
be,
too.
yeah. So like maybe he just couldn't find enough to squeeze some of them in there. But I mean, Giants are pretty solid too.
Isn't a Gorgon only like 240?
So I guess he wanted to run like 2
Right.
Giants,
I think so.
and he couldn't fit a 3rd Gorgon, so he's like, I'll just run a 3rd Giant.
I would just drop the Harpies and take another, because like you have 6 units of chaff. Do you really need the Harpies?
Well, I think you could drop. Well, he couldn't take 3 Gorgons here, right?
No,
Are the
he's
Harpies
625.
just there?
Oh yeah, 625. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, but
I just
3
wonder if-
3 unbreakable units in a Beastman list, pretty awesome.
This list is so fast. And like, so I played it, and like he was on my side of the board basically instantly. Everything was just marching up there. Dragon Ogres, the Razor Gores. We talked about adding more Razor Gores and more Chariots, which they did, which is hilarious.
Gross.
Congrats, Luke. This is a fantastic list. I'm
Yeah.
I'm very impressed. Like I said, all the Dragon Ogres, I couldn't kill any of them.
He's relatively new to Old World. He played a lot in the past, he said.
Okay.
So this is kind of cool to see him bring a complete dick punch list.
What were you saying, Jonesy?
I was gonna say I think maybe the Harpies are just there to babysit the one Great Bray Shaman on foot.
Mhm.
Because I don't
Okay.
know if there's anything else it can join.
That's a good point.
Couldn't it join the
The Gore Herd, the ambushing.
But they're
Gore Herd.
ambushing, yeah.
Well, he doesn't have to make
Yeah,
them
they're
ambush. He could
very-
start them on the field.
Yeah, but then isn't the other reason is that Bray Shaman to ambush, right? with the
Actually,
Skin
no.
Man?
Is it? So aren't they heavy infantry? Isn't a Great Bray Shaman heavy infantry, and the Gores are skirmishers? Or those ungores that are ones?
He had to take the Gore Herd
Okay.
for his tax, and they're regular infantry.
Okay, because I know there's some characters of Beastmen that initially people were putting inside of skirmishing units, and they can't fit because they don't have the skirmish rule themselves, so they can't actually go inside a skirmishing unit. But they're just ambushing. So okay.
So you can put a character in a skirmishing unit that doesn't have skirmisher as long as it's the exact same
unit
subtype.
type. But I don't think there's any. There's one of the characters for Beastmen that can't go into like any unit other than like the Bestigors or something wonky.
Okay.
Something wonky like that. But no, Harpies are really good. Like, I don't know, he might be babysitting with them, but they're so fast too. They're ridiculous. All right. Nice list there. Nice list.
Luke's a fun guy to play against. He tuned up his list from that RTT that we just played. I like the name of the list, so this should do well.
All right. Here you go. Jonesy just left, so Zach, go for some Bretonia. Let me zoom out a little bit.
Sure. Why don't you send that to chat?
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of fluff in here.
This is Luna's.
Yeah, there's a lot of fluff, so
I recognize the name.
Try and ignore that, at least while you're trying to read the... We're not going to read all the fluff. Sorry, Luna, but...
No, okay, so
Yeah.
this one, we got a Duke, and the Duke is on a Hippo, Ogre Blade, Healing Potion, Virtue of Knightly Temper. So we got a... this might be a 3-up, because I think the Grommel Greathelm gives you 1 armor while rerolling ones. But so forgive me, it's either a 2-up or a 3-up armor. Ogre
2-up
Blade
armor.
2-up armor, Ogre Blade for damage, Healing Potion to try to deny some of those points there when they're getting kind of low.
That's a 3-up. There's no Gromrel Greathelm.
Yeah. So it's a 3-up armor, Ogre Blade, Healing Potion, extra attacks, and Hatred from the Knightly Temper. So solid amount of attacks from the Ogre Blade, rerolling its hits.
Cool.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Got a Baron with also on a Hippo, so double Hippo. This one has the Grommel Greathelm, so this Baron probably has the 2-up rerolling ones. Another Healing Potion because it's common, and Virtue of the Ideal. If you don't know that one, I'm going to look it up.
+1 attack, +1 weapon skill. It's like it buffs all your stats, and then I believe you can't join units with it, but who cares? It's on a Hippo.
It's on a Hippo, yep.
So okay. It's good for a Baron because it basically makes the Baron a Duke.
Yeah. Cool. So these Hippos are very tanky, obviously with the armor save, but then if they run into any monsters, which I'm assuming that was the goal, is don't take any of the AP2s. Very good strategy. Hold it up for what I'm assuming is some Pegasus coming in shortly.
And double healing potions, so once they like turn 3 or 4, once they start getting hurt, just pop potion and...
Yep, sip your syrup in case you take a D6 wound cannon shot or D3+1 cannon shot. You heal it back up, some of it. Okay, diving into the Paladin. This Paladin is a BFB with a War Banner, so it's got the +2. Got a Falcon Horn for no flying.
Hey, first Falcon Horn.
Yeah, and on a Royal Peg, so 360. Probably going to be hopping into either a unit of pegs or by itself. We got 10 Peasant Bowmen, 10 Peasant Bowmen, 10 Peasant Bowmen. Solid. Men-at-Arms, which I think Men-at-Arms have the stubborn shield wall type thing, right? That's their shtick.
Only if they have
these
the character.
Not because they did not take a Grail Monk.
Grail Monk. Okay, that's what that was. Okay, so we do have some Men-at-Arms. Unit of 6 Knights of the Realm with full command. 6 Knights of the Realm, full command. And Pegasus Knights. No champion. Trying to avoid the challenges. Second group of Peg Knights. Again, no champion for no challenges. So only 10 Peg Knights. Oh, nope, there's 4 more. So 14. I didn't see those last one.
I know it's hard when like the fluff's there. It's like, what is that one?
No, I thought it was rare. Like as the bottom of it, so I assumed there was like a unit of Grail Knights or something at the bottom. So okay, so 14 pegs split up into 3 units.
No wizards, right? No wizards.
This one is no wizard.
Yeah.
No wizard, no green knight. What's going on?
Yeah, just pure charge.
Okay. This is not what I expected from Luna's list. As far as I expected either 1 wizard or 1 green knight, maybe both. But I guess in order to get both the hippos, those extra points in there, you had to cut some corners somewhere.
14 Pegasus Knights and 2 hippogriffs is pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's. I'm not saying it's bad. It is very good. it's just one of those things where it's like if I had to bet $1, I would have said there was a green knight or a. You know what should have given it away? The Ogre Blade is on a Duke instead of the Ogre Blade being on the Illusion Wizard. That should have given it away. That there was something funky.
Okay, is that what they usually do?
Yeah, so when you can do an Illusion Wizard on your on a peg with the Ogre Blade, so you kind of spectral it from the back ranks or whatever shenanigans you're gonna do.
God, so dumb.
And you get the whole unit magic resist too. It's pretty solid.
Pretty good.
But no, this is a good list. It's going to be pegs flying around, trying to tackle the things
trying to peg people.
trying to peg them where the hippogriffs have them tied up because those tanks are going to just sit there with them. We only have a war banner for the paladin. I thought there was some other banners that you could throw on for Bretonia that give you like bonus combat res.
Virtue of duty is what people take usually.
Maybe.
But you can't join a unit.
Okay. No, I mean this is going to be. For me, this is like you can tackle dragons if they're there, but you're also going to run over a lot of infantry heavy lists with some of your mobility and swift stride that infantry lists aren't going to have. Peasant bowmen are just going to do peasant bowman things. But we've seen this list a lot. I'm interested to see how double hippo does. That's the first time I've seen that one.
Good.
There's no virtue of heroism. Am I missing that? Is that somewhere?
No, that wasn't there. Ideal.
So it's foregoing
Nightly
the monster slayer for the tank and combat res them out kind of strategy.
You're gonna break the dragons, run them down.
You're definitely going to double outnumber them, right? Because you have like all those units of pegs plus your hippo unit strength, so you're definitely going to double outnumber if they lose combat. You don't actually have to monster slayer the dragons to kill them. You just break them and run them down, unless they're Tomb Kings, and then they just stand there unbreakable.
All right. Next, we have a dwarf list by Marcus. Let me close this. All right. Jonesy, you want to do dwarves?
Sure.
Sure. I did
Start
post
with the
list.
king. He's got a great weapon, full plate, shield bearers, rune of preservation, and master rune of smiting. Not sure what those two do. Assuming it's a ward save and beat face harder.
Basically, that's what it sounds like.
You got a Thane, BSB, rune of battle, and rune of grungy.
That's the ward save.
Grungy.
I think this is the aura of a save, right?
Yep, your unit gets a save. Anybody close to you gets a save. Master Rune of Smiting is D6 multiple wounds. Special roll.
Oh, wow.
Ew.
Master Rune of Shut up, I'm going to hit you.
It's like, stew down. All right, so the
pairing.
Grungy is a 5-up ward for the unit, and anyone within 6 inches gets a 6-up ward from shooting. Pretty good.
Okay. He's got an engineer. Interesting, he's got a great weapon. I don't know if they come with that.
No, probably not.
Sorry, Skype closed. The Master Rune of Bursting Flame, Rune of Rapid Fire. Not sure what those do. Rune Lord.
Is this from the Arcane Journal? That is not. I don't recognize Bursting Flame at all. Okay, cool.
And a Rune Lord with 2 rune spell breaking. So a lot of infantry, various characters, right? From kings to rune lords to engineers. Score is rangers, throwing axes, fun stuff. Looks like full command. Rangers have scout, right? They get scout or
yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
That's a big unit. That
18 Longbeards, drilled, full command, great weapons. Those guys are gonna be booking it, moving that 9 inches a turn.
Speed demons.
Yeah. Dwarf cart. What does that do? What's a dwarf cart?
That's the new Arcane Journal, and it gives you +1 movement in a 6-inch aura.
12-inch.
12-inch aura? Is it 12-inch?
No, 12-inch move.
Oh yeah, 12-inch march, triple march. Yep.
So then 2 cannons, 1 gyrocopter, 16 iron breakers with drilled, full command, and then rune of battle and Strolla's rune. Then 5 iron drakes. Looks like the normal drake guns. Then 2 units of those. A Doomseeker, 2 Doomseekers. Trying to see the difference. Rune of Fury is on 1.
Doomseekers are really strong. Basically, so if y'all don't know, meaning the people watching,
and me,
and you, so if I have them alive at the end of the game, I'm running Doomseekers. If they're alive on the table at the end of the game, I lose their victory points. If you kill them during the game, I gain those victory points. So basically, they are seeking their doom. Obviously,
That's
they
actually unique for GW.
it is very cool. But man, if you have the special character, Ungrim, and you run a whole bunch of them, it's like half your points. You just throw them at your opponent, and like if they kill them, they become your victory points. It's really weird. I haven't dove into like all the math behind that yet, but I think that could be really strong. But they count as mercenaries unless you have the special character. So
How many points each are they? Like base?
look, one of them is 120 points because he gave them. So I think he maxed out the runes. So because you can only do mercenaries at 250, I guess here because it's 10%. I don't really know. So he's only taking 2 of them, but he put as much as he could. So when you kill them, he gets those victory points. It's pretty interesting, and I think they hit hard. But paintball, thank you. In the chat, he said bursting flame. What that does, usually you get 2 shots with the engineer. Oh, hold on. Sorry. If the roll to hit is successful, a weapon inscribed with this rune causes 2d3 hits to the target enemy unit rather than just the usual 1.
Okay.
That's cool.
I've heard about this kind of thingy with somebody was calling like a bow thane or something like that, where you can shoot a thane like a bolt thrower and have 2d3. So there's some interesting play with some of the tinkering with.
Is that what the rune of rapid fire? Does that give you like just an extra shot a turn or something?
There's a rune in there that gives you like the through and through, like you shoot like a bolt thrower.
Okay. I don't think.
Oh, this is on an
engineer
engineer.
hat.
That's on an engineer. Okay, so I think that could go on a thane.
So rune of rapid fire, I guess it makes you shoot twice. So he's shooting 2 handgun shots a turn. If they both hit, that's 4d3 handgun hits. That's cool. Usually you get 2 shots with the engineer using that rune that turns into 4d3 hits. That's pretty sweet. 112 points to potentially do 4d3 AP1, right? I think they're or AP2. Handguns AP2. Shots.
They're AP1, Armor Bane 1.
Okay.
Right.
It's pretty
Now
cool.
imagine if you can give it the through and through like a bolt thrower.
Oh
You hit the next rank.
So a big tank unit of Iron Breakers, double cannons, double Iron Drakes, so double Doom Seekers. A lot of monsters are going to die before they get there. That's cool. I like it. Seems fun. All right. Next.
I mean, the Doom Seekers just running to their death. Just imagine like you said, Blue, where like a majority of your army is, and your opponent's just like slowly killing all these things, and you're like, okay, that's how I get points.
Thank
These
you.
are my points now.
Thank you, sir. All right, let's post the next one. This is Bretonnia again. Who's next? Who hasn't done one? You did Luna.
Make Peter do this one.
Make Peter do this one? Okay, Peter, you're doing this one.
Oh my god, I almost ran this exact list.
Look at his face, guys. Look at he's like.
I've seen this. Actually, no, not Elise, because I don't run special characters.
All right, we'll go through it. Let's go.
Hey, we got our first special character.
Woohoo!
Yeah, Elise. Okay, so Elise is the one who dispels on doubles, which is what, like a 20-ish% chance or so for dispel attempt, something like that. So it's like it's gonna happen at least once a game. You just get the doubles and dispel. It's with whatever irresistible force. It's just you dispel.
Outclassed or whatever.
Yeah. Outclassed in the art, yeah. But the only problem is she's a level 3. So you lose a little bit there.
But isn't there something that they dispel at a +1? I think they get a bonus for dispelling or something like that.
Dispel +1, but it's like you're stuck taking elementalism, which is which isn't the best lore for Brets, in my opinion. But still a cool special character. Duke. Okay, that's a cheap Duke with okay, they're just running Royal Pegasus with the 2-up reroll 1s, immune to multi-wound, and then virtue. So Monster Slayer and Killing Blow. Solid there. Paladin on a Barded Pegasus, so it's a smaller Pegasus. It's the cheaper one, so you're only toughness 4. But Falcon Horn on that makes sense.
No BSB.
And then I like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. units of 5 mounted knights of the realm, because that's good. Because you can do, if you're gonna put them in lance formation, you can do them with missing the guy in the back.
In the middle.
So you
yeah.
do, yeah, in the middle there. So that all makes sense.
Strong.
So that's just a bunch of close orders you can throw into a combat, because you're gonna multi-charge with at least 2 of those, you'd think. And then no command. Okay.
Yeah, none of them.
17 men-at-arms. So
Maybe he likes the models. Just
maybe he
chilling
likes
by
the models.
themselves. Yeah.
they're hanging out. Well, he has to take a unit of them.
I was gonna
So
say, they are the tax, right?
yeah, they're the tax.
You could
And
take
then
archers instead, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Knights errant. 3/3/3 Pegasus Knights.
Cool.
Questing Knights, that's new.
Yes, there we go.
I don't think they're great, but
2 units of them.
I had no idea you can take Grail Knights in units of 3. I just learned something.
Mm-hmm. All right, so he's got 3 units of 3 Grail Knights, 2 units of 5 questing, 3 units of 3 Pegasus, 1 Knights Errant, 4 units of 5 Realm. So this is MSU like crazy for Bretonnia.
classic MSU.
Something is going to reach the enemy.
Yes.
Well, the cool part about you do 3 units of Grail Knights of 3, you can charge them easily all into the same unit, and that's 3 close orders, and then you're getting 9, so 18 Grail Knight attacks.
Gross.
Gross. 13
And they're all
units of knights.
13 units of knights. Wow.
Yes.
And,
That's cool.
you said it though. They're all close order, and that's all going to stack up. It is one of the only. It's a few things that is just going to stack to infinity. It's really good.
That's pretty neat.
That's a very cool list.
So I think Marshall had
no BSB though. That's interesting to see. Like you feel like you could squeeze it in somewhere.
He's got BSB, the Paladin.
Oh, with the
the
horn.
Falcon
Okay.
horn.
Yep. Okay. Good. I missed.
Yeah, because BSB is free for Bretts.
All right. Who wants to take Lizardmen? Lizards.
One last thing on Brett's though, there's so many different builds that are definitely playable, and it just depends on what you want to do. Like that's why I think the faction is like really good place right now. Is you could throw a dart at the dartboard, and like you're gonna do okay with some of the builds that you're gonna get.
I agree. All right, let me send y'all the lizards. Lizards. Who's played Mike the most?
I haven't played lizards in this edition at all.
What?
I haven't played against them.
He's got a beautifully painted army.
You haven't played it? Yeah, he does. You haven't played him once?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Not in this edition.
All right, I haven't done it.
If this is I think there's 2 lizardmen that are coming to Nova, and both of them are Mike.
Which Mike we're talking about?
Newfield.
Oh, Mikey. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I've
Mikey.
played him once.
Mikey. All right.
In this, I think. So, Stegpede.
Stegpede. He's got an old blood on a Carnosaur with a 5-up. He's got the Blade of Revered Zunki. Does anyone know what that one does?
Nope.
I'll tell you in a second.
All right.
Pop up here. We are doing lizards.
Lizards. I don't see it when I search it. That's why I'm like, eh. Oh, I found it. +1 strength. AP. You get no armor or wards against it. It's +1 AP or +1 strength, and you get no armor, no ward. Neat.
It's like 5 attack, strength 6, no armor, no ward.
Seems good. He's got a Scarvet, BSB with a Charm Shield and the Biting Blade. Just on foot. He's got a Mage Priest, Lore Familiar, Ruby Ring, Higher State of Mind.
Ethereal.
Ethereal, okay. And Elementalism, so he's going for max magic missiles. Actually, I guess you could do Battle Magic if you want to do that. But I guess he's going to use 1 to 5 up ward for himself. The Teleport spell, which is really good. And we'll see what else. I don't know the Slan. Do they get like a signature spell stuff? Do they? Anyone know?
I would assume because everyone else does.
All right, look that up. So core, he has 15 Saurus warriors, full command. The spawn leader, the champion has Sword of Might. That's interesting. They're just hand weapon shields.
I think that's just to get them up to core minimum. Is
Okay.
626. Yeah.
Okay. 1,
Thank
2, 3,
Yeah.
30 skink skirmishers, all with javelin shields, which is pretty
Javelins are
good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, can't you march and shoot those?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot of poison. 5 jungle swarms. The first swarms we've seen, I think swarms are amazing. Jungle swarms are one of the best ones because they're unbreakable, right? But they have poison attacks and they don't crumble like undead ones. Or I think them and the rats, Skaven, are the only ones that are like the best ones because they don't crumble. Really strong. Bastiladon with the solar engine. That's the magic missile one, right? I think so. Pretty strong. Only 4 wounds, which makes sense because I think they have like at least a 3-up armor save, if not better. Another Bastiladon. This is the Art of Sotek. So this is the one that's going to be healing and making new jungle swarms. So just like keeping him next to that and just like keep whatever he needs to with the jungle swarms locked down. 4 Croxagores with great weapons. What's up?
An interesting thing of the lore of Lustria, I've never actually looked at it. So his Slann can swap to like a healing spell where you can recover D3 or D3+1 lost wounds.
Nice.
So as soon as you said the healing spell on the Bastiladon, they could also do some healing. So this is an interesting.
That's cool.
Didn't think Lizardmen could do that.
It's like lore of life again.
Mhm.
So he actually has 3 Bastiladons. 2 of them have the solar engine. 1 of them has the Art of Sotek. And then a Stegodon with great horns and a giant bow. So 1, 2, 3, 4 monsters plus the character on a monster. So it's 5 monsters, 30 skirmishing skinks, 1 block of warriors, probably just because you have to, and then a level 4 ethereal Slain running around. I've played this list. I think I've filmed even it playing this list. It's a strong list. It's just sometimes if you don't get the magic right, it kind of hurts. But the swarms, the swarms are so mean. They just hold you there forever. It's really tough to kill them. Strong list. Strong list.
The solar engine, 3d3 strength 5s, AP2 flaming. So 24-inch range.
3d3 strength 5 AP2. So good.
Pretty solid. Yeah, no, this is gonna be interesting. Like I said, Stampede. Got a lot of big beefy bodies. The generals on the Carnosaur, or not the general. There was a Scarvet or something on a Carnosaur that's gonna cause some trouble for people with that magic weapon.
Yeah, no armor or ward saves. Pretty good. Another Bretonnian list. Who wants it? I posted it. It's Patrick. Brett's. Whoever wants it, call it out.
All right. Hippo with Ogre Blade. Damn, that's like a very minimum Duke. Just got
no armors. No armors, yeah.
He's just like, hey, minimum. Valor standard on the BSB. So that's the one that is that the one that I think that might be the one that's like 3d6 for break tests. It's like cold-blooded for break tests.
I'll pull it. It looks like an Arcane Journal one.
Yeah.
It's a foot paladin.
And then he puts
Wait, he's on
Monster
foot?
Slayer.
It is 3d6 for break test. He is on foot. You're right.
With the virtue of heroism.
Wait, that's interesting. A BSB on foot with no magic items other than a standard in the virtue of heroism. Okay.
So at least it's got Monster Slayers. You don't want to put your dragon into it.
Yeah, could be scared of it.
I see why.
And then a prophetess on the flying carpet.
Nice. Love it. Sacrament
Illusion.
of the Lady. What's Sacrament of the Lady do?
Sacrament of the Lady. I think it's like one of those one use only. I don't take it usually, but
you get a +2 casting when you want something to go off.
That's actually really good for illusion. If you had a weapon that actually she could use, that would help you. But even still, like your dragon, you're not charging this turn because I get +6. It's pretty good.
Another damsel on a horse with the ruby ring. 9 Knights of the Realm with the no stand shoot banner. 32 men at arms, all kitted out with the Grill Monk with the triptych, so they're stubborn.
There's
12
the BSB.
bowmen, 12 bowmen, 12 bowmen. And you give them champions. So I guess, yeah, that if anything I was going to give to bowmen, I would give a champion so they can tie up something with the champ in a challenge. So special 5 questing knights with the razor standard and the antlers of the great hunt. That's an expensive unit of
Wow.
4 up on the save.
They're 44 points each. Well, I mean, on average, right?
Yeah.
That's
and then 3
expensive.
Pegasus Knights, 3 Pegasus Knights, and then Pilgrims. Yeah, Pilgrims are great.
Nice. 24 of them. Ooh.
With a Relique and then a Trib. So the question is, how many Grail guys does he have in his army? He's got the Duke. So he's got the Duke. So that Duke has to stay near the Pilgrims in order for them to be unbreakable.
Interesting. I like the cheap characters in a way. I'm worried about the Paladin by himself. He's just in a unit of men-at-arms. But I like a cheap Duke. Maybe not as your general, but I guess.
Can they join the Battle Pilgrims?
Who?
Hold up.
The cheap characters?
I think the Paladin could, right?
So the Paladin can't join any of these units because he doesn't have the virtue of empathy.
Oh, to like join the peasants or something like that?
I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure if you have a knightly vow, you can't join
a unit without it, without a knightly vow.
But
that
you
sounds
have to
right.
take empathy to do that. But that means you can't take your vows,
Well,
your
just
virtues.
maybe it's written into the lore of his army.
Sure. Well, I mean, he can also just hang out.
I'm just leave it to the Bretonian player to pick up on like some corner case like that.
Yeah,
I would never have picked up on that.
That's true. That's a good point.
But that's
maybe that Paladin's just running around virtue heroism, waiting for a dragon to charge it.
Yeah.
Charge him.
Yeah, like
he's like the Hermit Knight, but with the BSB.
Yeah, yeah.
Now. He's the Hermit Knight.
But you're losing out on that nice banner when you don't put it in a unit.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true. Patrick, if you let me know if that's what your intention was. Let me know. Okay. Next we're going to Percy. Ooh, High Elves.
Ooh.
Ooh. Peter got a little boner. High Elves. Scroll up.
What style of High Elves do we think it is?
Well, I've already seen it, so I can't say. Oops.
I'm gonna go with bow spam.
Nope. I see it on blue screen.
Oh. Well, you're cheating. Cheater.
Damn it. I was predicting Phoenix Guard bus, but no one wants to do that.
No, it's not great.
Hey, I made a list for that.
Let's see. No, he can't join any units. No virtue of empathy. Only exiles don't need the virtue of empathy. Gotcha. Thank you, guys.
So for this High Elf list for Percy, we have a Prince that's a general on a Star Dragon, which is the beefier of all the dragons, with an Ogre Blade. Dragon Helm gives him bonus armor and a ward save versus fire. Seed of Rebirth gives regen. Oh, I think Blood of Kalendor gives him weapon skill. Yeah, impetuous and weapon skill, I think, or something like that. So he's got a 2-up armor, 5-up regen.
Weapon skill 8 right now. I think he said.
I think it might only have a ward save of like 6-up, so a little bit weaker on the ward save side of things. But it's going to be dicey in combat.
I don't know if it lists it correctly on the army building app, but because you get free full plate armor if you take Blood of Kalendor.
Yes.
Yeah, that should.
I assume
it's his armor save. Yeah.
Oh no, he's fine because he's taking the dragons. Taking the dragon's armor, that gets buffed by 1 for the dragon helm and then 2 for the shield. So he didn't need to take full plate.
So this one does have impetuous, so might have to declare some charges, but I don't think he'll be too sad if the prince on a dragon has to declare a charge, because probably what they want. Moving on to an Archmage on foot, level 4, picking its spells from illusion, and a 1-time 2-up ward save with a 5-up regen. So I'm assuming this is going to go into either some Sea Guard or some Sword Masters.
What's the Warden of Safri do?
they get to reroll. Oh wait, no,
That's just a
the
natural thing. So I'm not sure what that does.
I was thinking it was the reroll, but that's
They
Warden
just
of
get it because they're
Warden of Safari cannot be mounted. You get a Sword of Hoeth for free, and you gain Killing Blow, Deflect Shots, and Ithalmar armor, which is you can wear armor without penalties and rerolling ones.
You're a
That's
sword master.
Yeah, you're basically a sword master for 10 points.
Gotcha. Which is great for illusion because now you have you get Killing Blow, and now you're going to be using Doppelganger with
Oh,
illusion.
Yep.
So it's strength 5, AP 2, or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Down to the Noble, which is not a BSB, so no BSB in this list, but I got a Lance, Full Plate Shield, Griffin. So T5, 5 wounds, 3-up armor, I think, with a 5-up regen and a 5-up ward. So pretty tanky Noble. I like it. 20 Seaguard with their Warbows and a Razor Standard. So if they roll some 6s, it's going to be pain. Alarian Reavers also are just archers on horses. We got 2 units of archers on horses. Silver Helms.
I think they scout too.
They have to pay for
Oh, they do?
scouting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Medium take scout.
Okay.
Or skirmisher either. So these are ranked up.
You have to pay
Duders.
for skirmisher with them?
Yes.
What? That's
Yep.
weird.
And they do not get feign flight.
Wow.
Yep.
It's really weird.
That's
Ask
interesting.
me how I know. So 5 Silver Helms,
Dang.
Lances, 3-up armor. They're going to hit hard on the charge because they have first charge, and a group of 5 dorky elven archers
Dorks.
that have close order.
I
I like it. This is good core. Good core. I like it. 7 Dragon Princes. I don't know too much about them besides they're probably 2-up and impetuous. Cloak of Beards gives them terror. So they're going to hit pretty hard for 300 points, though. It's a lot.
Is it give the
Two
unit
attacks.
terror or the model? Because I noticed that a lot of things, it's like if you just give
The
the model
Drake
terror, it's
Master
different.
gives the model terror. But as long as they get like the -1 leadership for the enemies, because it says like as long as like
the wearer.
something has terror.
Now, if is this right? So if I don't know which way it is, but if the model has terror and he's in a unit, they're not affected by terror. But if someone charges, I can't remember. How does it work? Hold on. If I charge you and only one model in my unit has terror, do you have to take a terror check?
Yes.
Okay, so if my model has terror and the rest of my unit doesn't cause fear, so only my one model causes basically fear, do you have to take a fear check if I outnumber you?
Here's the other thing is those Dragon Princes probably at least cause fear. So they
so.
would not have to take a terror check because even if you're charging with terror, they cause fear. So they only fear the models that cause terror. So they only have to take the fear check in combat. They don't have to take like the terror check. You get what I'm saying?
No, I just meant in general. But Dragon Princes do not cause fear.
Oh, never mind. I assumed they did.
But they might have like some kind of rule that makes them like ITP or something.
They're 2 attacks each.
That's pretty sweet. They're basically Grail Knights, but not as strong or tough.
So
Or
not like Grail
initiative.
Knights.
Or weapon skill.
They don't have lance formation. They're not as tough. They're not as strong.
No.
The leadership's worse. No.
They do get drilled.
You have
though.
counter charge.
That's cool. Drilled and counter charge. That's neat. All right, what else? Who was going? Was that Peter?
Those Dragon Princes block of Swordmasters where the wizard's going. That has a Lordmaster cloak, so 4-up ward versus magic missiles, a Great Eagle, and 5 Sisters of Avalorn with a ruby ring for some good shooting. So pretty well balanced high elf list. You got a little bit of shooting with your sisters plus your big block of Sea Guard, some cavalry, and some monsters.
Yeah, that's cool.
And you're probably putting the level 4 in with the Sword Masters. You're around probably 10 wide. The only thing is that thing's going to get shredded by shooting.
Yes, I agree. All right, so next, Richard. I'll do Richard. What's Richard running? He's running Bretonia. What'd you say?
Oh, that's Luna in the chat. She's saying it's not clear on terror fear when it's only one model. it's a question I had for the FAQ. So yeah, so maybe it's
okay.
still up for a little bit of clarification, but I just read the chat she was putting up in there.
I don't see that. Wait,
It's
Saurus
from
blood? No, hold on.
Jin Kazale.
Jin
I'm
Kazale.
totally butchering it. I know.
Did you say the breakdown between armies earlier, Blue?
No, I haven't. This is my first time going through the list, so I haven't actually found out how many of each player there are. We haven't come across one Empire player yet, just so you know.
Let's see, we've done one
Sadness.
TK, we've done
What are you talking about?
BC.
Say what?
Jonesy's here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he showed up late,
most-
so he don't count.
Yeah, the most Empire is the my background.
Yeah, the 4 dudes that you can make out distinctly.
I think we've done 1 Tomb King, 3 Vampire accounts, 5 Bretonnian, 4 Warriors of Chaos, 2 Ogres, 1 High Elf, and a Beastman. I think that's what we got so far. And 1
Okay.
Dwarf.
Wasn't it 2
Maybe
dwarves?
2 dwarves.
I think
There
it
was 2 dwarves, yeah.
It was 2 dwarves.
That's like my recollection of what we've done so far.
All right, Richard. Running Brett's. We have a Duke on a Royal Pegasus with the Ogre Blade. We all know what that does. Siren's Locket, so he's ignored a killing blow. Nice and temper, so he's going to have a lot of extra hatred attacks with Ogre Blade. It's going to be nasty. It's going to make you fight in challenges. We have a Paladin BSB Grail Vow on a Royal Pegasus, sort of striking, +1 to hit. Virtue of the Ideals, so he basically becomes not a Duke, but he becomes basically a Baron with all those buffs.
But cannot join a unit.
But cannot join a unit. Good call. Prophetess level 4 on a horse with battle magic and choosing their spells, so lots of magic missile spam. And Pillar. We have another Paladin on a warhorse with the Falcon Horn, obviously. What is the virtue of purity?
It is you always have a 5 aboard save.
Like no matter what?
Yeah, because usually it's strength 5 or higher, you get the 5 up.
Cool.
Otherwise, it's 6 up.
Okay.
And I think you start the game with it.
All right. For the FAQ, let me clear that up real quick. I'll have to read Terror and Fear to make sure, because clearly since I asked the question, I don't know it exactly off the top of my head, but I'll have to reread that to see which one it is. Okay. Core. Mounted Knights of the Realm, 1 unit of 10, full command. That's a big unit. 15 Bowmen, 2 units of 10, Mounted Knights of the Realm, full command. 20 Men at Arms with all the trimmings.
Grail Monk, yeah.
Yep. Big stubborn unit. Now remember, can't you hide the Grail Monk? Isn't that what we figured out, Peter? You can
Yes.
hide it so it doesn't have to be in the front. If
Go
you
marching column 3 wide and stick him in the 2nd rank, because
Gotcha.
even when the champion dies, he gets replaced by a rank and file.
Gotcha. Okay. So listen to that.
There's an easy way to do it.
Cool. 2 units of 6 Pegasus Knights, all full command, and then a Treb. So double Pegasus, 1 nasty character, 2 units of Knights, and a Falcon Horn, and a level 4 battle magic casting spells.
Seems that wizard goes in one of those 10 units of Knights to give him MR2 and magical attacks.
Now, the only thing I really dislike about this list is that he's at 224.91. What are we doing here? That's like 2 more Men at Arms, right?
Well, their movement tray is a nice, 5 by whatever. They can't care for him.
24.91.
There's clearly some OCD levels of unit creation here.
Yes.
It's to get into your opponent's head. I'm only running 24.91.
Yeah,
I don't
what
need
can he
9
do?
extra.
What can he do? All right, so let's see. We got Robert. Nice list, Richard. Robert Kennerman. This is another ugly, in my opinion. I forgot the name of it, even though I said it earlier.
The Recruit.
Thank you. I just can't stand how they look.
I just have trouble reading it sometimes when I'm going through it.
That's what I mean. I'm just like,
Another
everything's
vampire?
squunched up, and it's just, dude, look at all these wizards.
Oh yeah, this is the I'm gonna resurrect things. Or no, this is
holy crap.
Dark Magic. What's Dark Magic?
Even
a Sailman, I think, is their signature.
No, the signature
I
is
squint at my screen.
Is Doombolt. What'd you say?
I'm gonna squint at my screen to read this stuff.
Yeah. So he's got a level 4 on a Mortis engine. So he's doing that. Okay, and then he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 level sorry, 2 level 2s and 3 level 1s. And they're all going to be around that Mortis engine, because that means they're all going to get +1 to dispel. So he's
Yep.
going to basically have 3 level 2s, 2 level 3s, and a level 5, all casting like crazy and just throwing out magic.
And if any of them miscast, it's going to be a bad time.
Or hilarious time. Chain reaction. That'd be sweet. A White King on a steed with the accursed armor, which I think gives you the regen and a +1 toughness and a regen. And maybe I can't remember which one's the stupidity. That's the crown. Crown gives you the stupidity and the regen.
Yep.
So that one's the toughness. Biting Blade, Dawnstone. Got a White Lord with the crown. There he is. A BSB and Banner of the Barrows. That's the one that you always hit on a 3, I think. Think so. Like your unit always hits on a 3.
It's either the always hit on 3 or the regen, but I don't think it's the regen banner.
Yeah, the regen one is the Varkarstein's banner, I think.
Yep, always hit on a 3 up as Barrows pulled it up.
Nice. Tunes to 16 Crypt Ghouls, 1 unit of 25 Grave Guard with only hand weapon shield, not great weapons. Okay. They have 1 Obsidian Lodestone, which is MR1. Drakenhof banner, so they have the regen. So they have the 5-up regen. They have a 5-up regen and always hit on 3s. I feel like great weapons would be great there. Haha. 20 zombies. 11 Blood Knights with drilled. Also with
MR1.
Also with MR1. Full command. No special banner though. I guess he doesn't really have the points.
This is a
points after taking how many wizards and 11 blood knights. I can't afford a magic banner, guys. Can't afford it.
Wizards and blood knights do damage.
Wow.
And then everybody heals the blood knights. This is a very one-track mind kind of list, and it'll probably do great.
I want to see it do something. That's gonna be sweet. Okay, nice list. And that's easy.
How many wizards is it?
He has 5 dudes on foot. 3 of them are level 1, 2 of them are level 2, but they're basically +1 if they're next to the Mortis engine. Hilarious.
And each of them can also do
like either make zombies, give reserve move, or
because the resurrection is a command ability, so it doesn't even take a spell slot.
Yeah.
And you can't just spell it.
Nope.
So everybody is resurrecting on their leadership
7,
and then everybody's got magic whistles.
Yep. And
you
he has the
have like
BSB.
infinite zombies, right?
Yeah.
Now a level 4 can like park itself pretty far up there and to stop a lot of the stuff that he's casting. But there's going to be a lot of resurrecting. That is 100% happening.
And all his wizards are going to get to re-roll those command abilities because the White Lord, the BSB for Undead, lets you re-roll leadership tests. So all of those will be on leadership 7 to make zombies, heal dudes, or give reserve move. That's all going to be leadership 7 re-rolling, except for the level 4, which is 8 re-rolling. Hilarious. That's a fun list. I want to see how that does. All right, next we have Sasha.
The drawback to this that I've seen happen is when one of the lower wizards or something miscast, they have to roll in the chart twice. Sometimes they'll get a bigger result that says you can't cast anymore, so it shuts off the magic phase, which could be pretty detrimental.
It's just an 8+, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So like when you roll twice, you're going to get an 8+. So if there is a miscast, it is likely the magic phase is over.
Oh yeah. Hilarious. So make sure to pick and choose your spells wisely when you're casting.
You know what we say to that, Zach? Be good at the game. Don't roll double one.
Yeah. It's true. Skill game. Sasha, dwarves. Who wants dwarves?
Let me tick up another dwarf player. I'm keeping my little hand tracker thing here.
All right, I'm going. King, Master Rune of Gromeril. I'm not sure what the Master Rune for that does, but he's got a ward save on shield bearers, great weapon, classic king. Don't know what the Master Rune does. If you look that up, that'd be great.
I think it's rerolling ones or something like that.
Saves? I think they already do that for Grommel armor, don't they? They already do that. So a Thane BSB with the Master
Rune. He just
Rune
gets a 2-up armor, which can't be improved. He just gets a 2-up.
Okay, so we get to 2-up rerolling ones, pretty good. Actually, very good. Thane BSB with the bubble ward save from shooting, and then his unit gets a 5-up on foot. An anvil, finally, first anvil. Anvils are very good. I like them. 2 runes of spell breaking. 20 Longbeards with drilled full command with the Master Rune of Hesitation. That's not the no initiative one, right?
You do not count as charging this unit when you charge this unit.
Nice. So you don't get
In
lance
the front arc.
bonuses,
In the front arc. Sorry.
no impact hits, none of that stuff. Very cool. Dwarf Warriors, full command. Veteran? No, sorry, that's just the champion name. See, like, why would they do that? That's so... Whatever. Full command, heavy weapon shields. What do the Longbeards have? Great weapons, cool. 15 Rangers, full command, shields, great weapons, and crossbows. No axes, but definitely great weapons and crossbows. Strong. Oh, here we go. Gyrocopters. 1, 2, 3, 4 gyrocopters. They're all armed with the steam gun, though.
Still kills elves on 4s.
You're not lying. Okay. Let's see. 1 bolt thrower with the rune of skewering. 1 cannon with the reroll misfire. 19 hammers, full command with the rune of confusion. This is the one that's no initiative, right? It should be right. They have drilled.
That makes sense.
Yep. And great hammers are really good. They don't suffer. They're not strike last. And if you charge the hammers, like I get an extra attack and initiative, I think. Pretty good. Then 2 units of Iron Drakes. So double Iron Drakes, 1 unit of hammers, 1 unit of Longbeards, 1 cannon, 1 bolt thrower, 4 gyrocopters, an anvil, a king, and a BSB, basically, and a ranger unit. Pretty good.
Yeah, a nice balanced one where you got your rangers, you got your Iron Drakes, couple war machines, but a lot of heavy infantry. Warriors, Longbeards, hammers. Those are some big beefy blocks that are going to deny some points for people. It's going to be tough to get a, if you do get a victory, it's going to be tough to get a victory against this.
Hey, Jonesy. Our first Empire army.
Uh-oh.
You can do this one, obviously.
Let me add it to the list.
Yeah.
Blue, do you want to take this one? I don't think Jonesy wants it.
I don't deserve it, to say the least.
Yeah, do you even play Empire? Come on. There we go. All right, just sent. For the Empire.
This list is disgusting already, and all I saw was special and rare.
Is it?
Nice. But I saw the bottom 2 rare, and I was like, yep.
All right, what you got?
Okay, I guess I'll take it. Generally Empire, White Cloak, full plate, Griffin, Lance Shield. So he's just got a 5-up ward. I think it's a 3-up against flaming attacks. Wizard Lord, full hardiness potion, Dragon Slaying Sword. So he's going for the doppelganger. He's the doppelganger wizard. He's trying to run in there. Kill big things. 2 units of archers. Unit of 12 knights. Militia. It's a lot of militia.
It's a lot of militia.
I do think that is the infantry unit to go. If you're going to go, you want like a combat unit.
Why?
They have Horde. And Warband.
That's the only Empire unit.
Yeah,
Nice.
they have Horde and Warband, so it's so they're like leadership 10 with the champion.
God, that's
and
so
you know
cheap. 34.
you don't.
That's so stupid that the state troops have none of that,
Yeah.
or like no bonus that makes them better.
So
There's no
then-
way these have Shield Wall or Stubborn, right? They don't have
No,
any of that?
no, they do
Okay, just making sure. Like these guys, the elite free company militia.
Yeah. 2 units of Demigriffs, 2 cannons, and then 2 steam tanks. So
Now,
I
when you
mean,
say 2 demigriffs, what do you mean?
2 units of 4 Demigriffs
Thank you.
with full command. No items, no banners. But I mean,
Just all gas.
yeah, just they're gonna go pedal to the metal. That's the hitting unit in Empire right now, I would say.
That's a nasty list. Double steam.
You can
tank.
you can show me just special and rare, and I'd be like, this list is gonna put up a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 cannons.
Basically,
Nothing to scoff at. 2 units of Demigriffs. And they're gonna chew through a lot of units. There's only a few things that could probably take them toe to toe. I just like the 34 militia. I mean, just that, just
Of course you do.
that foot. Yeah, that footprint. I do like the drilled stubborn knights.
Yeah.
Sorry, these are just Drill Server Knights.
Yeah, Drill Server Knights, 12 of them too. It's a big unit.
With a war banner, just in case, you know.
With the war banner.
So they have what? Close order, banner, war banner, and a rank. They have four static.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That's pretty solid.
That's the best Empire list I think I've seen that wasn't a gun line.
Nice list, Simon.
They actually might be able to get 2 ranks because they're heavy cav.
Oh, that's right. I'm used to having like not light cav where it's only 1.
So keep the general alive. Throw it into squishy stuff that they knows he can win. Wizard, did Wizard take illusion? He did. Okay.
Yeah. So he's got 2 characters that can go try to monster. I don't know if the general wants to try to go after other big characters because he doesn't have like an ogre blade, but
yeah, I wouldn't.
You know, he's got 2 decent characters and then 4 cannons.
Tank type character, right? Because he's probably got maybe a 2-up on that Griffin, no AP2 on the stomps, so he just holds something when the demis and the knights come swooping in.
Well, maybe galloping in, but yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, demigriffs don't have wings. Well, okay.
That's why they're demigriffs.
Yep. Demigod.
Not a whole griff. They're just a demigriff.
Not pure blood. Yeah, we got Tim.
So I played Tim last weekend.
Nice.
Great guy.
Tim the Enchanter.
Tim the Enchanter.
Why is this not deleting? Come on. Delete. There we go. All right, sent you the list. You want to read this one, Peter?
Yeah, sure. All right, so this is a mortuary cult.
Ugh.
He knows what he's doing with it. So something to be feared. But let's see. So for 3 level 4s.
Oh, does he really?
This is the plus 8 to cast gun list.
Okay.
What's
and
in
they're all. So let's see. 2 of them got necromancy, and then 1 has illusion. And then another level 2.
What magic items do they have?
Well, I mean, like nothing in particular, but he's got the 5-up armor on one of them.
Okay.
He's got the earthing rod, so that's what for miscasts.
Yeah.
And then he's got the ruby ring, and then he's just got a level 2 BSP.
Nice.
So you can regrow a ton, but you can cast all the BS from necromancy with mortuary cult, so everything's gonna be like +8 to cast.
Gross. Now you have to sacrifice models for that, right?
Yeah, but then they have their command abilities, so they just regrow that stuff.
Right.
They sacrifice the tomb swarms and then just regrow the tomb swarms.
Yep. Oh yeah, he's got tomb swarms. Honestly, though, with that many wizards, like you kind of got to be careful not to like delete your unit before you can regrow it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he's planning for that, which is also probably why he took 31 skeleton warriors, because I think you can take some of those too.
Yeah.
They're terror to cause. That's to charge, and then archers, and then archers on foot.
Wait, the first one's a detachment. Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, this is interesting. There's a detachment. There's a group that has ambusher, and then the Ushaptis don't have great bows. They have ritual blades.
Ritual blades are pretty good too, though.
Yeah, that's a combat. We actually talked about this on the drive back from
the
last the tournament that we went to, Zach, and he was like, yeah, I was not happy with the great bows on Ushapti, and I was like, just put great weapons on them. I mean, they're monstrous infantry. Like that's gonna do some damage, and I think this is an excellent unit to do that.
I think they're AP3, just flat AP3, which is really good.
And you have to, because they're monstrous infantry, so they're gonna get a lot of attacks back against you. That's gonna shred some knights if you charge them. And then tomb swarms, 4 of them. Okay, that's a big, nice, fat unit you can suck out.
Yep.
And then scorpion, and a necrosphinx. And then
1 has the terror.
1 is the terrors below. So what does that mean again? Because there's like
you can raise him within the, like when you do the Beneath the Sands thing, you will do his unit strength and wounds to an infantry or cavalry unit, like next to it or whatever, and then it's just like I think it's no save. You just get like drag below.
That's good. And
Yeah.
plus, like, you chaff people up with a Tomb Scorpion, and you're fighting something that's got like Killing Blow or Monster Slayer or something like that. So it's like, okay, that's a huge pain in the ass.
Mhm.
And then for rare,
And a Necrosphere.
double Casket and double Screaming Skull.
Yikes! So that's a Leadership Bomb on top of Leadership Bomb, plus +8 to cast. Because I know the caskets don't stack, right? I think that's been discovered.
Yeah, they took that away.
And Skulls of the Foe on both the caskets. I think those might stack though. That I'm not sure, but that's a big leadership debuff.
So for folks that are newer to this mortuary cult, you get +4 for your wizard level, +1 for the casket, and then you sacrifice 3 wounds on your tomb swarm, so you get +8 to cast. So on average, you're gonna basically make the dispeller have to roll double 6s to try to stop you. It's very, very good to get the spells off that you want. Different take on the list than what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
I still like it. Yeah, like catapults, caskets, Necrosphinx, scorpions, good bones of the list. I was expecting a bigger unit of archers with poison and like those Oshapti with great bows, like for the full gun line flavor. So this is a little bit different, and I'm interested to see how this kind of plays out, because this was a little bit what I was expecting, but then it took a turn. So I'm like, okay.
I kind of like that he didn't do the Oshapti with the bows. I like that he didn't go full gun line, because some armies, like you said, like we talked earlier about how fast they are, they'll get their turn 2. So he has some units that can actually hold the line, which is kind of good. Tim, you're in the chat. What's up, man? It's initiative checks based on unit strength from the terror below. Gotcha. But no saves. And then Skulls of the Foe stacks, caskets don't stack, but they do buff each other. Gross. Can't cast using Skeleton Warriors, just swarms and constructs. Okay, for sucking to get the plus to cast. Very cool. Good list. Strong. Todd, running Warriors of Chaos.
Let me add this to my list.
Another Warriors. Yeah, you're keeping track, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
A rough number. I want to see how accurate it is at the end.
All right. Sent the list. No Comp Nova. This is... So he's got a Chaos Lord on a dragon. He has the Ogre Blade, 2 Favor of the Gods, the Paymaster's Coin, and the Mark of Nurgle. I'm glad people are starting to realize that Paymaster's Coin was money. It was so good. Even when it only got switched to just being able to use on the Lord himself. When you need to reroll to hit because you missed 3 times out of like 5 attacks, it's huge.
I'm taking 2 of them.
Are you really? Gross.
Yeah. It's basically
yeah, basically.
Same character or spread out?
Same character.
Nice. Okay. Exalted Champion. The Enchanting Aura is on this guy. He's got a flail. Interesting. BSB with the War Banner. Armor, Silver Steel, so a 3-up. He's got 2 of the Favor of the Gods for the rerolls. Mark of Nurgle. A level 4 with the Puppet. Mark of Nurgle. 1 favor. I like a Sorcerer Lord with just 1 favor, because even if he just gets the +1 leadership, it's huge. Because I think their leadership, they might be 9 base, but when he goes up to 10, it's a big. Actually, no, they're 8 base, so going up to 9 is good. He has 6 Chaos Knights, Mark of Corn. No Musician, but Champion Standard. 22 Warriors, Mark of Nurgle with Halberds, full command, and Never-Ending Frenzy. Pretty good. So they're Nurgle with Frenzy. It's really strong. 4 Chaos Spawn. That is a big unit of spawn. That is, well, I think they're like D3 +1 attacks, but Unbreakable is really good. Triple Dragon Ogres with great weapons and a champion. And then a Shaggoth with a great weapon, the Blackened Plate. I think that's full plate and a... That's in Beastmen, right?
Which one? The Slug Skin?
No, Blackened Plate. That is... Gives him a 3-up... It's a full plate, and it gives him a 3-up ward caused by flaming attacks. So if you're trying to magic missile him, he's going to get a 3-up ward. Wait. Is that just for the full plate? So it's 25 points for a full plate, which is a 4-up. So he's going to have a 2-up save, a 3-up versus flaming attacks, a 5-up versus magic missiles, and then Slug Skin is -1 to hit. Yeah, as a tanky boy. I think he only has 5 wounds, for Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, but just another thick army.
I'm sad he
3
couldn't.
Dragon Ogres.
Sad Todd couldn't fit another Chaos Giant or something in here. No, he likes his Giants.
Dude, Giants are so good, really good. He did minimum core, which is for ARD BOYZ. I think that is like if you're probably the best way to do it.
This is gonna be.
Huh?
Oh no. Okay, I was thinking about his GT list. Okay, so he did bring the dragon. So he did bring the dragon, kitted out like normal. That exalted champion that has the enchanting aura.
Yeah, and he's just on foot, right? Yeah, he's just on foot. He's just in the warrior block.
Mhm.
Which is good because then the Chaos Warriors will be able to get to swing. Even though they're infantry, they will get to swing, which is nice.
Yep.
With 2 attacks each.
Yeah, this is similar, kind of like that Beastman type list, where it's got a lot of beef. It's gonna get there, and
he'll shut down your magic with the puppet.
The dragon's gonna do dragon things. You got a puppet.
The dragons are so good. 10 wound dragon coming at you.
This is our second dragon. This is our second dragon of Hard Boys.
Oh yeah, because the other one was a high elf, right?
We had one. Oh no, it's our third. We had 1 Tomb King dragon, 1 High Elf dragon, and then okay.
How many Imperial Pegasus though? For hippogriffs?
I'm guessing Pegasus we're probably at like 40 right now. I think so. All right, I'm gonna send y'all this one. This is a Beastman army. Someone do Beastman.
I can take it.
You got it. Okay.
What's it load?
I want to make sure I didn't delete one on accident. No, I didn't. I'm gonna leave the. It's just too small. Okay. Go for it. I'll be right back.
Level 4 Demonology General Hag Tree Fetish. Where have we seen this before?
The other good Beastman list. There's not that many dragons to delete though, but there's gonna be a lot of Peg Knights to delete.
Deleted Demonology though.
Do you take Demonology?
That's what this.
Well, that's good because that's got a lot of magic missiles.
It's also that's the one that you can like make your opponent impetuous, right?
Yeah, something like that.
And Steed of Shadows for yeeting your gores across the map.
Then we got the so Beast Lord on a Razor Gore. Oh, that's cool. I like that. And then a Gore Bowl.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone just run a Gore Bowl that wasn't the BSB. Just it's a big Minotaur, And with many limbed fiend, that's nice. An extra attack. Do they have any good magic items? Otherwise, all right, Duelist Blades. That's kind of interesting to see. Is that the
D3 attack and?
Where's that the -1 hit? In 8th edition, it was like the -1 to hit.
Look at this.
In Warhammer's Armies Project, it was like weapon skill 10, I think.
Extra attacks +2, requires 2 hands, AP1.
Yeah, because I used to take it on my Doom Bowl.
And
make it like a 6 to hit. All right. And then we got Gore Herd, 24 Gore, and these they're not skirmish, so they're ranked up. So that's your core attacks, it looks like. And then another 3 Razor Gore.
Piggy.
3 Tusk Gore Chariot, 4 Tusk Gore Chariot. That's I mean, chariots are always great because you get the impact hits no matter what. Like you're gonna kill something. A cockatrice. I haven't seen that ever in this. 3 dragon ogres and then a dragon ogre and a dragon ogre separate. That's cool. He should have made them champions. He might not have had the points just so they can challenge, but solid. And then a Shaggoth, which is nothing bad, and a Gorgon.
And a Gorgon.
Like this is.
I hope this Beastman list plays against this Beastman should play against the other Beastman. I just want to see the beef go across the board and hit the other beef. It's just pigs versus pigs, chariots versus chariots, Gorgons. Yeah. Back on the
rodeo.
Yeah. I like the Beastmen rodeo list. Okay, this is gonna be good. There's
Poor
plenty
chariots.
of there's plenty of character on chariots. So there's a lot of pigs, a lot of chariots, some single dragon ogres, some ranked up dragon ogres, a Gorgon, a Shaggoth, beef. That's what's for dinner.
Dang.
Special beef delivery.
Cockatrices are pretty good too. I like them. They're cheap.
What does that even do? I haven't played against it, and I haven't looked at the rules.
They're cheap. What they do? Hold on.
Well, poison attack, and then you get a gaze. Right, the gaze is no armor save, and it's an initiative test, I think.
So they're fly 10, which is really good for a large terror-causing monster. Actually, it's a monstrous creature. It's not a monster. So it actually has 360 line of sight, which is really good.
So you can kill like dwarf war machines with that pretty easily.
It has no AP on its attacks, but it has 6 strength 5 attacks, which is pretty cool.
I see the petrifying gaze. Strength 2, but they swap their initiative with their toughness.
Yeah, great versus dwarves, ogres, lizardmen, dragon ogres. No armor save either. It's only D3 though. Oh yeah, other beastmen. And close orders. Pretty good. It's not terrible. Did y'all do this whole one before y'all see this one already?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Good job, William. Or William. I think it goes by Bill.
That would be awesome to see that list fight the other Beastmen list, though.
Well, if they talk trash to each other, or if they message me, I can get. Actually, that's ARD BOYZ. I probably shouldn't do a grudge match in ARD BOYZ. Yeah, no grudge matches for ARD BOYZ. I think that's fair.
That would be awesome to see.
Zinch Demons.
Let's just make up rules as we go, okay? For our boys.
We totally can. I could change this right now if I wanted to. Whatever. What are they gonna do? Nothing.
They're gonna get that soundbite and blow you up on Reddit again.
Oh gosh. I shouldn't have said that. No, clip it. Clip it. Young Duke. All right, Demons of Zinch. Jonesy, you want to do Demons of Zinch? Sure.
Yeah. Lord of Change, level 4, Power Vortex, Will of Zinch, Illusion. Not sure what Power Vortex does.
I think that's the one that gets you. It's not the extra spell. It's the. Well, I have to look it up because I don't remember. Dang it.
But anyway, Demon Prince, Zinch, Fly, Aether Blade.
Whilst within the wizard's spell range, enemy wizards are -1 to cast. Power Vortex. So 24 inch. So his dispel range 24 inch, -1 to cast for enemy wizards.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Being level 4.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Demon Zinch, level 3. He's the BSB. It's got the Locust, sorry. Banner of Discord. Is that the leadership one?
The Banner
of Discord. Yeah, twin heads. And he's also an illusion wizard.
Banner of Discord is -3 MR. I don't know what's his -3, but they get MR3. In addition, units within 6 inches also gain MR1.
Okay. Then core, 15 Furies, Mark of Corn, 15 Pink Horrors, 10 Blue Horrors, and then 10 more Blue Horrors.
Okay.
Special 5 Flamers, 4 Flamers. God, Flamers.
Yeah, but look, he made both the Exalted Flamers level 3s.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
With illusion. So he's got 5 illusion.
1,
casters.
2, 3, 4. The Demon Prince is Zinch, but it's not a wizard.
Okay.
Does it
then a Soul Grinder.
Back?
Does what?
Glittering robe.
Does it what? I didn't hear you.
Stack.
I don't think so. Because you can only be affected by the spell one time.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say put 3 glittering robes in the same unit, -3 to hit.
And Slanesh. So I think he's got every god except Nurgle. I don't think I saw Nurgle in here.
I think you're right.
Not that matters.
And he runs 3rd edition models. They look sweet.
Oh, he's got a beautiful army.
But yeah, I mean, illusion. I think. What's the I guess he could cast a bunch of vortexes, right?
Yeah, the crystals.
Columns are there. Mirages to stop you from marching, charging. Harder to hit. That's really the good stuff, you know.
Yeah. So he's gonna make
you're-
you what? Sit
You're
down.
taking it's coming in when you're facing the flamers and stuff. Like everything's shooting at you, and it's all magical attacks. So like VC are kind of screwed because those spirit hosts are getting shot up and stuff. The banshees are getting shot up. But it's definitely like you will lose 20 to 30% of your army going across the field against this.
Yeah.
But it's also demons, so they're not going to get ward saves if you get some magic attacks in there.
Yeah, once you get there in combat, you will murder this army. They have a 5-up unless you have magic attacks, but if you just get there with a bunch of fast monsters creature or monsters infantry or cavalry, you're do fine. But his illusion will shut you down because if he's casting,
you
like
gotta have
3 crystals and let's say he gets only 3 crystals and 3 of the mirage, that's a lot of stuff not charging or not marching that he, like you said, he's just going to shoot pepper you all game.
Yeah, and then he's got magic resist, right, across the board, plus -1 to cast, plus level 4.
Mm-hmm. But he has 3 level 3s too, so even if the level 4 is out, I mean, it's still 3 level 3s. It's pretty good.
This is one of those lists where if there's a lot of tinier things, threat saturation, they might have a rough time. But if their stuff is concentrated in like a big block of like 12 Grails or like 10 Peg Knights or whatever, they're gonna have a good time versus it.
All right, we are on the last one. Zach, you can tell us about your list.
I'll let you guys do it. I don't want to take the fun away.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just say, guys,
All right,
it's
throw
not a
that
good
trash
list.
up here.
Yeah, it's gonna go 1 and 2. I think he's gonna go 1 and 2.
I will say this is a very brain deady kind of list. I'm here to relax on RTT Friday so that I don't burn myself out before the GT. Because I'm not taking Wood Elves to the GT. I'm taking
guys, don't listen to him.
He's not going to be very nice during the GT.
It's not a brain dead thing. Yeah, don't listen to him.
He said brain deady list, and he's got like what 12 units like before he gets to any of the characters.
Yeah, like he's talking out his ass, guys. He's talking out his ass. He's like, don't feel so threatened against my Wood Elves. They're not too great. And then he's won best general before, so
I didn't say they weren't great. I was just saying it's not a lot of thought going into it.
I mean, Thorns are pretty good, so you know. Oh, you want us to do it?
Ah, sure, I'll take it.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, so I got a Glade Lord as my general on a Forest Dragon. It's got the armor, a silvered steel, and a talisman of protection for a 3-up, 5-up. Annoyance and Nettlings is -1 to hit in a challenge, and Befuddlement gives you -1 weapon skill and initiative, pretty much while you're fighting me. So this is just a tanky dragon. It's not going to do a ton of damage. It's just gonna kind of hold up stuff and try not to die too bad. That is it stomps. It's the guy up top just has a great weapon, non-magical. It's just there to deter people from moving recklessly towards me. Level 4 on a horse of battle magic. It has Resplendence of Luminescence to give the unit that it's going to be in magical attacks. And it has a ruby ring for a fireball. Oaken Stave gives me a 27-inch dispel range when I'm near wood and rolling 3d6, dropping the lowest for dispelling. So I don't want magic to happen. Yeah, I'm trying to defend my dorks. There's also a level 2 of battle magic with a lore familiar. I'll give you a secret. It's going to be picking Pillar of Fire.
Shocker.
Yeah. Then for core, I got a bunch of dorky Glade Guard that are just there for core, and some units of scouts also because they're just better Glade Guard, but they all have poison, and I just don't want to have to roll to hit or roll to wound if I can. I'm just going to go ahead and roll all the hitting and hope for 6s.
How many can take fire and flee?
All of them. I just didn't have the points.
Okay. It's not like
So one of them-
1 per
Yeah,
1,000. They can all do it.
No.
Okay.
Well, I'll double check. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was just an upgrade to buy. I didn't say anything, so I'll just double check. I didn't have the points to add a 5th one.
As the TO, I'll double check.
It's like, let me double check.
Let's check that. Let's check that.
2 units of scouts, again poison. 1 unit of Glade Riders that have reserve move and a banner of ignoring cover. That's where the wizards are going to go because they're going to give them magical attacks inside that unit.
Zach's already cheated.
Did I really?
Yep. Called it. Only
what is it?
one per 1,000 can have fire
Okay.
and flee. Look at this,
All right.
guys.
Brain dead list, huh?
Shame.
Brain dead list.
Wow.
Shame. Brain dead list because he cheats. Look at him, guys.
Yep.
You see this?
Where are they
Drop.
even letting in here?
What'd you say?
Drop.
Wow. Nope. You
What-
just
what'd you
lose
say,
those
Peter?
points. You just lose
Who,
them.
who are they
Oh,
even
yeah.
letting in here?
Oh yeah, I was about to say just drop those points. It was just literally extra. Because I think I'm still over the core cap also.
Are you? Where are you at? Yeah. where's
25.
core? You're a 640.
Each of those-
Yeah.
Each of those is 5 points, so you could just
Yeah.
drop 2 of them for 10 points. Who cares?
No. You only gave 3 of the units the fire and flee, so only one of them
Yeah.
has to drop it.
So you just drop 2, and it's 10 points.
Why do you keep saying drop 2? It's just.
Oh,
drop
it's 1 per 1,000.
Yes.
I thought you said 1 per army. Okay, yeah, just drop
No. 1 per
5
1,000.
5 points. Who cares?
You know, you'll put it somewhere.
No, I don't care.
Okay. All right. Y'all heard him.
And then special is super complicated. There are 6 units of Sisters of the Thorn.
Ugh, what is brain dead list? All right, 5
Each
sisters.
of them
5 sisters,
will more than
5
likely have
sisters,
Pillar of Fire.
5 sisters. 5 sisters. 5 sisters.
Each of them will more than like.
So how many pillars are you gonna have? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Maximum 8.
Like,
And I was showing blue before we got in here. I have these nice color-coded
What?
movement trays
What are we
to
do- what are you doing
match the Pillar of Fire that I have with the tray.
I hope
Zach,
you lose
you
your
put on
scout
your
guy.
costume real quick.
What's that?
Put on your costume.
does he have a clown?
sh-
Does he have a clown suit?
I showed
Almost.
already.
That is wood elf armor.
He's gonna
Yeah,
have
I got my wood elf armor.
8 pillars.
Pillar
of fire.
5 doesn't seem really wood elfy, by the way.
No, not even
So-
close. It's
The
magical
hilarious
fire.
part-
That's a
hilarious part is
sin.
I actually was had a unit of dryads in here that I dropped because I didn't think people were gonna like it very much if I were to set my own dryads on fire, sending the Pillar of Fire. at the
This is
center.
ARD BOYZ, man. Who cares what everyone else likes? Honestly,
it's metal.
this is ARD BOYZ. Yeah.
I
So
was
what,
like, whatever.
what he would do is he would marching column a dryad unit up, and then bounce all of his pillars of fire through the dryads. It's a nice tactic. It's very nasty.
Like a little rail gun.
Yes. Yeah.
but-
It's gross.
No, my plan is to drink some adult beverages, cast some Pillar of Fires, say "Get 'em, girls," and have them run across the board.
Disgusting. Some pillars, he says.
I still have to coin flip them. They go off on a 7.
Bro, you got 8 chances of it. It's
I
really
know
good.
that's why I play.
That's a strong. It's
I-
strong.
I think it is a very good list, but it can definitely lose.
Yeah, some
The
of
turn
the.
where-
Huh?
The turn where none of them go off will be awesome.
Well, the remains in play because then he can throw them up there and then just run his sisters away from you because you can't dispel them. Well, you could fade it dispel 1, but that's it. So it's really mean.
Yeah, so learning that the Hag Tree Fetish doesn't work on the bound spells that sisters have is going to be important because there's a lot of Hag Tree Fetishes floating. Not Hag Tree Fetishes.
I was like, what?
Infernal Puppet. What's the Warriors Cast one?
Infernal Puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Puppet doesn't work on bound spells.
Wait, I thought it still did. I thought it still did. Can y'all confirm that in the chat? I swear I thought it did.
I'm gonna pull that up because I thought the last time I saw it, the bound spells didn't work. I'm glad I'm clearing it up now before I play.
Marshall, I got to do Marshall's list too because I thought he was dropping from ARD BOYZ, but he's not. So I will scroll back up and we will do Marshall's after this.
Yeah. We're pretty much good on my list. It was just a bunch of sisters and a bunch of defenders.
Yeah, we're pretty good on my brain dead list. You know.
This
It's
this
brain
list
dead.
would
Your
Uh,
list has it's tied for the most spammed units, right? Just okay. All right.
This pleases me.
I can't believe there's only like a 4 gyrocopter list. I was expecting like a 10 or like a 10 gyrocopter list, but okay. Interesting. All right. Last one for ARD BOYZ. No yawning, Peter. I saw that.
So the Infernal Puppet says
Wait,
unless the
I'm still waiting
owner,
for my GT list.
Bro, I don't know if that's gonna happen.
it says you can use the Infernal Puppet whenever an enemy wizard that is within 24 inches makes a casting roll. So these are not wizards; they're bounce spells, and a bounce spell doesn't make you a wizard.
Okay. Sounds legit to me.
Because if they were a wizard, I could take power scrolls on all of these models, but I can't take them because they're not wizards.
Yeah, good call, guys. There's not a single orc player.
Yep. No orcs,
Wow.
no chaos dwarves, no Skaven.
I mean, it's
Dark
ARD
Elves?
BOYZ. There's one Dark Elf player. That is surprising. Okay. All right, so we got one more. Let's do marshals real quick. Bloodtide Raiders. Warriors of Chaos. He has a Demon Prince, paid for fly, level 4, Giant Blade, which is the... I think that one has AP 1. It's not the Ogre Blade, it's a Giant Blade. So, 2 favors, 5 up ward. Wait, doesn't a Demon Prince already has a 5 up ward? A Demon Prince already comes with a 4 up ward, I think.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
is it the magical? Is
No,
it,
that
like,
one.
only...
No, that one I think just always gets it. Hold on, let me check. I think that's right. Hold on.
While you're doing that, the breakdown, we have 2 Tomb Kings, 4 Vampires, 5 Bretonnia, I'm pretty sure, 6 Warriors of Chaos, 2 Ogres, 1 High Elf, 1 Dark Elf, 1 Wood Elf, 2 Beastmen, 3 Dwarves, 1 Empire, 1 Lizard, 2 Demons.
Nice. Yeah, so a Demon Prince just has a 4-up ward. It's not a Demon ward. It's just a Chaos Armor 4-up ward. So I don't... Okay, where's...
That's so metal. 2 ward saves.
4 plus ward.
Okay, well, I guess after that, you got, what, 40 Chaos Marauders?
I mean, if he fails one ward save, he gets to roll the other one, right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
It's hard,
No.
boys.
But he did make him a level 4. He's level 4 battle magic. It's pretty good. Yeah, 40 Marauders in a unit. Wow. Hand weapon shield, no mark. And then 30 Marauders in a unit. Hand weapons, no shields, open order. And then 24 Marauders with flails, no armor and no mark. And two units of Marauder Horsemen with javelins, spears, no marks. 3 units of Warhounds, 2 with 6, and they all have poison and Vanguard. Nice. 1 Chimera with the Flaming Breath and Regen. 6 Chaos Ogres. That's going to hit hard. That's a lot of great weapon attacks. 1 Chariot. 1 Giant. 1 Hell Cannon. 1 Gore-Beast Chariot. Man, so he is just flooding the board with 25 mil bases.
There's a lot of stuff on the board.
Yeah, that's a lot of infantry. Holy crap. Hold on, how many? 4, 7. He's got 94 Marauders on the field. That's awesome. And just one character. He's just running around with 1 Demon Prince just doing his thing. Leading
They're playing
Bloodtide
They're playing
Raiders.
Skaven. It's just better than Skaven, probably.
Yeah. I don't think... Do Marauders have Warband? I don't think so.
I mean, they're Chaos Marauders. That literally is a warband.
You would think so, right? They do have Warband. Nice.
Okay.
That's sweet. And Shield Wall. That's cool.
Interesting.
So he's got enough chaff, some big hitting stuff like the Chimera, the Ogres, the Giant, and the Chariot will do some damage on the charge. And then he's got a nasty Demon Prince level 4 running around with no mark either. So he's all undivided. That's cool. His army looks sweet if you haven't seen it in person. He was he at Nova last year?
I don't know if he came to. I know he's played in a couple events for Armies Project, but I don't know if he came to Nova.
He played at Call to Arms. I don't know. I don't think he played at Nova last year, but I know he played at Call to Arms 2 years ago. Is that 2 years ago now? But yeah, he's a cool guy. But that is it. That is all the ARD BOYZ list, guys. That is all of them. That's I think there's only like 30. Yeah, no Skaven.
Yeah, like 30 or 31, something like that.
Yeah.
You're missing 3 factions.
Yeah, and I'm missing, I think, 3 lists as well because they aren't. I haven't been able to get in contact with them as hard as I tried. I just couldn't get a hold of them. So hopefully they will reach out and we can get their list up here. Or
And they're not signed up on Best Coast pairings yet, right?
nope. Because I have BCP locked, so a random person just couldn't sign up and like try and play, because obviously people paid to play this, so like you have to. I had to do it, so I had to add everyone personally. All right, well that's all of them.
My predictions, if you want predictions,
please,
are
yeah.
there was one of the Beastmen's lists is gonna make a good run. I have a good feeling about one of those 2 Beastmen lists.
Until they play each other in the last round and they both plummet. But
Yeah.
I think one of those 2 Beastmen lists will probably bump up to the top. I want to say one of the Bretonnian lists.
You have to. There's just so
I'm always
many.
leaning towards Luna's like double hippo list because that's an interesting idea. I'm interested to see what she does with that one, but I feel like one of the Bretonnian lists has to also bubble up to the top, and then
just too many.
The vampire count lists were also pretty solid with the 1,000,000 resurrections or 1,000,000 spells. Yeah.
I don't know if
My
that
top-
one's gonna do well. I think that one's gonna get countered. I think the 7 wizards or whatever was gonna get countered somehow. I think so.
No particular order. I would say Beastmen, Bretonia, vampire counts are probably 3 that I would say would bubble up to the top tables.
Now, aren't 2 of the ones you just said they have the most armies being played? So that's a good gamble. If that's the case.
Yes,
Okay.
I am hedging
good
my
gamble.
bets.
Yeah, good gamble there.
We play statistics here, Blue.
Yeah, I know. It's a good gamble. Okay, I think that's it. That's 3 hours. What do you think, Peter? You think that's good?
Empire list could also be good.
I mean, I'd love to talk about my list for the GT, but
Okay.
maybe that's the.
No, we can do that. So I have no problem doing the GT lists another day. But it's already been like 3 hours, and that was only 30 lists. So we would have to do 60 lists on the next one. So that would take 6 more hours for us to do.
I think that what do is do that in a separate video.
Yeah.
And maybe condense if they're similar.
Well, I would say we could break it up between Forces of Fantasy and oh my god, what's the other side?
That's also a good idea too, so that you keep it all together.
Add people.
What do you mean? You do 2 separate videos, or one
Yeah,
with all
yeah,
good,
2
one with all... Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So when we start talking about the dwarves, we kind of are already on our dwarves on our mind.
Yeah, but that'll get boring for us to say, and maybe for people to listen to too. Because if you have to say the same dwarf characters and units like 20 times or 10 times in a row,
you can also rip through
stale.
the people.
It's more focused. It's just.
You're right.
What day are we thinking? Are we thinking next weekend?
Go Bear. More content now. No, I mean I'll do it during the week. Like we could do a video during the week if y'all have like.
I'm in Europe until the day before Nova.
We could do Peter's list now, and then we could do everybody else's later, so he can talk us through his list.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, sure.
Hey, don't give us that sass. You wanted this.
This is a teaser. This is a teaser for the GT side of things. But any day outside of Monday, I'll be good.
See what the normal people are playing. Just kidding.
Oh no, there was actually some of those lists were pretty normal-ish. They weren't super try-hard.
What's your prediction on the most commonly taken item in the game?
Lore familiar.
Yeah, that's
100%.
That's what I was thinking.
We saw that on like 80% of the list.
Yeah, I'd say Lore familiar,
Ogre Blade,
B-Ring, Ogre Blade Talisman.
Ruby
for
Ring,
sure.
Yeah. All right, GT.
Your list has 3. Peg nice and nothing.
All right, Peter wants to talk about his list.
The most common taken unit is either Dragon Ogres or Pegasus Knights. Although,
oh yeah, for sure.
I did both my list.
Although I did bump it up with Sisters of the Thorn.
Brain dead. So brain dead.
Brain
What a
dead.
joke. Just kidding. Okay. Let's go, Peter. What you got?
Well, wouldn't it be funnier if one of you guys trashed it?
That's what Zach said too.
Yes, I would.
Zach, you take it.
Zach, trash him.
So
tell him how he's wrong.
The Nova Comp, we are running maximum one level 4 wizard, 2 groups of Peg Knights, 1,000 points cap on your characters.
Wait, Peg Knights didn't get comp.
Max 2.
Max 2 units.
Okay.
Did you? I'm pretty sure you did that, Blue.
I don't remember. It's been a while.
I'm pretty sure it was in there.
Or just say yes.
I submitted my list.
I'm sure it's in the comp. I'm sure it's in the packet somewhere.
So Peter's got a dupe on a
Ugh.
royal peg. 2-up save, re-rolling ones, re-rolling all of his attacks when he wants to. Seal of Paravan is not the immune to multi-wound, right? What is that one?
3 up to hit always.
Oh yeah, always hitting on 3s. Yeah, that one's pretty good.
As we ruled it.
Yep. Virtue of Heroism is your killing blow and your monster slayer. So you are re-rolling all your hits, always hitting on 3s and killing them on 6s. So nice, very nice. Paladin, BSB on a royal peg with only a Gauntlet of the Duel. Didn't have enough points for a magic banner in there.
No, he's gonna take the Gauntlet of the Duel to hide in challenges, so he doesn't get like killed by an entire unit.
All right. I feel like you should have snuck in like a war banner or something. Oh, I see it down there.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
okay.
that's only if Peter was smart, right? So don't worry about it.
So Prophetess.
I've only been playing Bretts for 14 years.
Yes. You're getting there. You're getting there.
Level 4 wizard, also on a royal peg, will be joining one of the peg units with a lore familiar and an ogre blade of illusion. So special things are happening, giving the unit magical attacks and giving it magic resistance too. Very, very solid. Could also possibly cast Mirage to stop people from marching and charging. Do you have the horn in here somewhere?
You'll see.
You do. I do. So you have Grail Knights with the horn so that they can't fly. So you can't fly, you can't march, you can't charge, and your -2 movement.
Pretty
Very
good.
nice. Very nice. My Great Eagles are movement 1 on the ground. No marching. They're clawing.
Love it.
They're clawing on their chicken legs.
Same thing with like gyrocopters. Aren't those like movement 2 on the ground?
Yeah, pretty low.
Yeah, the dwarfs stick their legs out the bottom and they Fred Flintstone it
Mhm.
across. Okay, so we got 8 Knights of the Realm.
Jumping
With
around on me. Hold on.
full command and a war banner. 25 men at arms with their Grail monks, so they got their stubborn. Nice big block. Oh, a second group of 25.
Wait, did you not
Okay.
pay for the thingy?
No.
Oh, okay. Is that
So-
that's the stubborn thing, right?
Yeah, but they're
didn't-
gonna fall back in good order, typically on an 8.
Okay.
Or on a 9 if the Grail Knights or the General are near them. So that's basically stubborn.
Yeah.
See, I thought the Grail monk just gave him stubborn. They have to have the triptych. or
No, you
whatever.
have to take that thing. Yeah. It's like 25 points.
A little bit of chaff for peasant bowmen. This might be one of the most common taken units.
Oh, he's
too,
got
peasant
2
bowmen.
units of them.
3.
No, of the men at arms. Sorry,
Oh, men at arms. Yeah.
and one doesn't have the grill. Okay. Remember that this is the GT that's like supposed to like army comp is a thing here too that matters.
It is.
So your peg
Thingy.
knights are split into 2 groups of 5, which I feel is a good number for the pegs. Like 5s. Anything more than 5 seems like a little bit too much for the unit.
For sure.
One of them can reroll their charge. And a little bit of mounted yeoman. I know you've been playing these. How have you been liking them? Because they're on small bases, right? They're on the 25s.
Yeah, 25 by 50s, and they got all the rules you want. The reserve move. You can pay for them to have fire and flee. I didn't have the points, but if they run away, I don't really care.
Okay. And then your good group of grails that try not to get deleted by Viletide. Yeah.
Yep.
I can dig it. This is a nice, well balanced list. A little bit of shooting, a little bit of pegs. I'm interested to see how the 25 men at arms do, because those are going to be hard blocks for people to move, and you got about 250 tied up in it. So
Yeah,
I have a question, Peter.
yes.
The name, no grapes on the break train. What does that mean?
What does it mean philosophically? What is it? What's
Just
you cannot eat any grapes while you're riding this train.
the break train?
You got to answer. What does it mean?
It is PG.
Mm.
But
Okay, so
Yeah.
I like it. The Royal Pegasus dude is amazing. Like he's gonna hitting on 3s always, even if they have -1s to hit, or if you need like only hit on 6s or make 6. Now, actually, if someone has like if they're Marker Nurgle and you have to reroll 6s to hit, I assume you still have to reroll, but then you just re-hit on 3s, which is good.
you have to reroll the 6, yeah.
The Paymaster's coin, obviously, I love it. It's really strong. not super necessary since you're always sitting on 3s, but it is like it's just that extra layer just in case you do.
It's 4 when you roll
good.
straight 2s, and you're
Yeah.
like,
Especially when you roll the dice that I'll be providing, you will totally need that.
oh great.
I will be providing dice, just so everyone knows. You will not get to use your own dice. You can use them for marking wounds and stuff like that, but as a dice roller, and I think everyone here that's played for a number of years, we all know that there are certain manufacturers of dice or people that will try and weight their dice. So I will be providing dice for every table, and you will have to use those for rollings.
So you mean the $300 on backgammon dice I spent? I can't use them?
No. Oops. Sorry, guys. I didn't know they were covered. No, you do not get to use those. Haha. Paladin's good, super cheap. I don't think you need a special banner for him. I mean, if he's in a unit, it's cool. If not, but you're saving points in case he dies.
So Peter's strategy went the opposite way of like the hold something up with a hippogriff and then hit him with combat res to break him. Peter's going the I'm going to play a maneuverable royal peg guy that's just going to kill you with my wounds and my monster slayer. So just different type of way to play it, and I think both are really good.
I took the 2 men-at-arms because we're playing a lot of objective games.
Right.
You need something to sit on objectives for core.
Yep.
That's 25 unit strength on core. I hope that helps.
Well, it counts as double versus special and rare. So versus special and rare, it's 50 unit strength sitting on that objective, which is huge.
Please spend 2 turns killing 117 points of men-at-arms.
Yeah, exactly. While everything else in your army is like moving around, killing everything else. Yeah.
Or is dead.
Or is dead. Yeah. I like the prophetess. I still think that I have not enjoyed trying out the illusion doppelganger. Because if you don't get it off, like your character's likely dead. But luckily, prophetess has that extra ability where she can just go to the back whenever she wants to. So it's like that's probably the best wizard in the game that can use that, because she can just be like, "Oh, I didn't get it off. Okay, I hide."
But a lot of the time, you end up just using it on like you're not always charging something you want an ogre blade against.
Sure.
So it's like 7 wounds against like shitty infantry.
Right. Still good. And everything else looks good. 30 bowmen.
Do you
lots of chaff.
Do you have the stones to accept the challenge with the dragon on the prophetess and try to go for it?
I thought about putting a gauntlet on her.
Did you really? Gauntlet of the Dole on her? That's cool.
It's like, you know what? Like,
but then she has to challenge.
No, you just can't refuse it. The enemy can't refuse it.
Oh, really? You don't have to issue one?
No, because she's not a knight.
Oh, it's a virtue that says that, right? Isn't it a virtue that says you have to issue? Is that what it is?
Virtue and confidence, yeah.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay.
And then like Grails always have to accept kind of thing.
Gotcha. Wait, Grails always have to accept a challenge?
I'm pretty sure Grails always have to accept a challenge.
Yeah, I think they're like Blood Knights. Blood Knights are the same thing. They can't refuse it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Blood Knights are the undead Grail Knights.
Basically.
But Grails get weapon skill 6 and they get weapon skill 5, so it's fine.
All right, anything else to add? I will predict that I'm going to say a vampire account will win the GT, just because.
The RTT or the
Sorry,
GT?
RTT. My bad. RTT.
As best general or Renaissance man?
There is no Renaissance man for the RTT. The RTT is only going to have first, second, third, and best painted, and that's it.
Wait, so it's not a GT?
No, Peter. It is not a GT. It is an RTT.
Oh, okay.
RTT. Mounted yeomen are great. I run 2 units. So I'm saying vampire counts. What do y'all? Peter, what do you think?
Vampire counts are, I think.
No, you get one.
Vampire counts.
Okay.
They're the bet that scream lists like melt things.
Yep. Zach, what do you think?
Bretonnia.
Jonesy, what do you think?
Empire.
That Empire list is on there.
It is a good list. Yeah. It is a good list. It's going to shock some people. They're going to be like, dang, these demigryphs hit hard. Okay, guys. So I think Peter, have fun in Europe. Whatever you're doing, keep us posted.
Thank you.
Make it back so you get to run this list.
Try.
We're thinking I'll figure out sometime we can schedule a day during this week and just take like 2-3 hours maybe to, instead of gaming one night, we review this and we can just talk about Actually, I'll put a vote up. Actually, anyone in the chat, the 24 people watching now, what do y'all want to review first? Do you want to just go through the first half of the GT list, or do you want to go like all the good / all the evil? Y'all tell me, whatever y'all think is best. We would go through the GT right now, but it's been about 3.5 hours, and we only did 30 lists. So if we go through the GT, that 64 list, let's just say 60 list, that's another 6 hours easy that we would be reviewing lists. So I would like to eat some food.
Yeah, I kind of like that idea of splitting it up into 2, because then we can crack out 2. Split them up into hour chunks.
And 2 more videos, more content. Woohoo!
There you go. There you go.
All good, all bad is what he says. Blue says first half. Not me, Blue. Danish says first half. What y'all think?
This is blue actual right there. So
yeah,
how do you
the actual Blue, not me, Blue. It's the actual Blue. And what do y'all think, you three? First half or good and bad?
I like the idea of doing Forces of Fantasy and then Ravaging Hordes.
Ravaging Hordes.
Ravening, whatever the hell they're called. Because that way, because like you're gonna condense the list.
Yeah,
you're gonna talk about some things, you can clip through them. Be like, okay, we've seen this, you know.
Yeah, I like that idea too. That is gonna cut in on a lot of some of the rehashing, and then if we keep it fresh in our mind, we don't have to forget. It'd be like, what does the seal of Paravan do?
Right. Well, what does it do? It's not clear.
Well, it looks like the chat agrees with y'all on the good / bad. So we will do one. Let's see. We have this week and next week. So I'm going to Nova on Wednesday, I think, of next week, because I'm playing in the 40K trios on Thursday. So I think we could do one sometime later this week, and then maybe one this weekend, maybe next Sunday. So maybe one middle of the week, and then one next weekend too. So since
I should have done it from Nottingham while I'm over in England.
That would be awesome, actually.
Yeah.
You could even do it like on your phone or something, and you're like walking around Warhammer World or something. That'd be kind of cool. But I think that's it. Thanks, guys, for showing up. We will keep you posted. I'll keep you posted on when the next one is. Thanks, guys, for showing. Looking forward to the next one. And the next time I'll pull out the sword so we can like ooh and ah about it. I think Jonesy's seen them in person. And Jonesy, what do you think of the swords? They're pretty cool.
Yes. Above average.
Are we allowed to give those away in DC?
State issued weapon.
Well, they're not sharpened. I mean, you know. But I think that's it. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for the people who like and share and support us. So cheers, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you guys. Thanks, Blue.